880 Wrestling and the entire Pittsburgh wrestling community join forces to celebrate one of our own. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jack Pollock's I Want a New Hip. And ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, please welcome to the ring at this time. You know him as Mr. Super Andy, Mr. Botchamania, the king of the one-night stands. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, the Appalachian outlaw, Jock Samson!
Gavel David Lawless here along with Austin Carnes for Jack Pollock's I Want a New Hip. We are waiting to kick it off with none other than our host, Jock Samson. And Austin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, David Lawless. It is so good to be at the warehouse with you this evening. And look at this, we got Ronnie Millsap playing in the warehouse.
One of Pittsburgh's premier talents in the tri-state area. How are you, Jock? Always good to see the king of the one-night stand, Jock Samson, as he makes his way to the ring. And really, Austin, the reason why we're all here is for none other than Jack Pollock supporting one of the best wrestlers to come through Pittsburgh, but really a person that embodies the spirit of indie wrestling as a whole. Absolutely. You named the place, you named the time. Jack Pollock has been there and has done that. Jack Pollock, so pivotal for so many individuals that are back there in that locker room today that we're going to see later today. And so, just like Jock Samson, one of the many that shared the ring with Jack Pollock. It's going to be a historic night, David. I promise everyone watching at home that can't make it here that we are going to have a wonderful show. You will see a dedicated QR code in the bottom left of your screen all day. If you can't be here but you want to donate, please, we would encourage you. All proceeds from today's show, the shirts, the raffle items, the donations that go to the QR code, all go towards a good cause in supporting the one and only Jack Pollock. Look at this, we're already cracking our first Bud Light of the night. The show just started. It wouldn't be a Jack Pollock show if everyone wasn't starting drinking at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday here at the warehouse, Austin.
Oh, that's nice to hear that, Pittsburgh. Good to see you, baby. You know, I was just sitting around the other day and I got the call from my good friends up here, and they said, Jock, does your wrestling gear and your boots still fit? And I said, hell yes, baby, they still fit. So I dusted them all real nice. I put them in my gear bag along with my bottle of Jack Daniels, if you please. And I decided that I would drive like a bat out of hell up here to Pittsburgh, PA. The home of the Steelers, baby. Hell yeah. Here we go. Not tonight, baby. It's here we go, Jack Pollock. Here we go tonight. And I wanted to help raise funds for a dear friend of mine, which is very important. A guy who I punched in the face about 10,000 times, and he's punched me back about 10,000 times. A guy I love and respect very much. Someone that I have been able to bitch about baseball with. I'm a Reds fan. Go ahead and boo it. And I would have these arguments, Jack, reminding that he's never seen the Pirates win a World Series. I've seen the Reds win in 1990. But my team sucks something awful right now. And I'm going to go back here in a second and talk to Jack about this. But I want to thank you guys for coming out here today, because this is a really big deal, because Jack Pollock, he needs our help today. And everyone here is going to help give it to him. Am I correct? So what we got? Let's come on, get after it. Come on. So what we're going to do here tonight, we got 5 big kick-ass matches for all you wonderful people here tonight. You know, and in the main event tonight, Jack Pollock, please, after the last wrestling match, do not leave, because the main event, Jack Pollock, is going to come out here and talk to each and every one of you tonight and thank you for what you're doing for him. So ladies and gentlemen, I could sit here and talk all night long, but you did not pay to see Jock Samson talk. You come to see pro wrestling here in the Pittsburgh and the Steel City, baby. So why don't we go ahead and start this show right now here on IndyWrestlers.net. And how about our ring announcer? How about Adam Montgomery?
Adam Montgomery here by special request of Jack Pollock, who actually gave Jack Pollock his hometown from when he debuted in professional wrestling.
Tickets around here on the side, so please feel free to come over here and look around. And don't forget to tip your bartenders, wherever he may be or he or she may be.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, your guest host for today's festivities, the Appalachian Outlaw, Jock Samson.
Always the life of the party, Jock Samson. Wouldn't want to kick this show off any other way, but now, Austin, it's time to get to the ring and our
And now,
first
ladies and gentlemen,
matchup.
It's time to kick off the afternoon's festivities with our opening contest. So, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, here we go!
So this is probably one of the most historic matches we're going to see on here today. You have Money Shot versus TMA. These teams have squared off no less than 20 times against each other, Austin.
Absolutely, two of the most decorated tag teams in Pittsburgh wrestling. When you think of Pittsburgh wrestling, you think of both TME and Money Shot. They have held gold in numerous places. We're going to cover all that throughout the duration of this match, but this right here has been penciled in since I got here.
Tag team bout set for one fall. Introducing first team number one from the great state of Texas at a total combined weight of 480 pounds. The team of Zach Nystrom and the man-time Elijah Dean. Together, they are Money Shots.
Money Shot not having tagged together in quite some time here in the Pittsburgh area, but decided to come back together special to take on TME in what I believe is the 23rd matchup that these two teams have faced off against each other.
Well, your math is correct, David Lawless. It is 23 times since these guys have matched up. Money Shot, you got Elijah Dean, and you got the Rover, Zach Nystrom. This is going to be an incredible contest, and obviously they still have a bit of an attitude problem, too.
It doesn't matter how long it's been since they tagged together. These two are well-oiled machines, well-oiled professional wrestlers, and they are going to work efficiently against the greatest tag team in Pittsburgh wrestling history, TME.
Hard to disagree with that one.
That music can only mean one thing, Toddy. It is time for the greatest, most decorated tag team in the history of Pittsburgh professional wrestling. The main event, TME, Ganon Jones Jr., Duke Davis to make their way to the ring.
It has been a hot minute since we have seen TME in the warehouse, but I'll tell you what, David Lawless, these two together, even on their own, are two of the most decorated individuals to Pittsburgh wrestling. The amount of battles that they have gone through with Money Shot dates back to well before I was even in professional wrestling. These two right here are about to steal the show.
Toddy, if you took all the gold combined that all four of these men have won, I think it would cave a hole in the floor because we don't have enough time to list all the championships, both individual and tag team, that TME and Money Shot, Elijah Dean, Zach Nystrom, Duke Davis, and Ganon Jones Jr. have held. And around their waist right now, you will see TME, the longest reigning Enjoy Tag Team champions, holding the title for 2 years.
2 long years, Enjoy Tag Team champions. Obviously, they hold gold in many other promotions as well. This is going to be a hell of a match, but oh, God. I don't know if that's too wise from Nystrom already.
I'll tell you what, they are not wasting any time getting in each other's faces, getting physical, and I'll tell you what, these two teams are dying to get their hands on each other. It's been well over 2 years since TME and Money Shot have squared off in a wrestling ring, and you can tell that they want to get at each other's throats. And there's referee Sean Patrick getting in between the teams. Referee Sean Patrick, one of the most decorated and historical legends in Pittsburgh professional wrestling as a referee. Oddly enough, Toddy has never refereed a tag team match between TME and Money Shot.
Wow, first. Making history today.
And that's what this show is all about, right? Everyone coming together for a great cause. Jack Pollock needs a new hip, and as we said before, there's a dedicated QR code in the bottom corner for those of you at home that can't make it and want to donate. Please, we would encourage you to donate early, donate often, and donate as much as you can. And there's the bell as we start with Duke Davis and Elijah Dean, who immediately finds his way out of the ring. And let the psychological warfare begin, Austin.
Yeah, the psychological warfare is certainly going to take place. Elijah Dean, no stranger to Duke Davis. These two have had many battles actually over the last few months over in IWC Wrestling, but they've also had many battles in other promotions as well here in Pittsburgh. So definitely no love lost between these two.
Great collar and elbow tie-up to start between Duke Davis and Elijah Dean. And Austin, you don't see a man like Elijah Dean with his size and his frame get thrown around by many people, but the one person that can is the metahuman Duke Davis.
Pure strength Duke Davis possesses.
And Austin, I want to ask you, so you look at the four men in the ring, right? They've got height, they've got size, they've got athleticism, they've got movement. What is the difference that needs to happen in this match for one team to get the victory over the other? Is it the psychological impact of it?
Definitely the psychological impact plays a big role here, but I look at the height advantage of TME. I mean, Duke Davis and Ganon Jones Jr., two of the tallest individuals that we have seen in Pittsburgh wrestling, and Money Shot knows that. Money Shot has gone against that and honestly has had many wins against TME, probably more than many others out there. So they just need to stay on top of TME in this match. But right now, though, Duke Davis is not phased at all by the man down.
Beautiful standing shotgun drop kick by the metahuman. And one thing that you forget about Duke Davis is just how of an insane athlete he is and how high he can get. And speaking of athletes, now tagging into his tag team partner, Ganon Jones Jr.
Yeah, the All-Star and the Rover matching up now.
Oh, misses on the kick there. Goes to a waist lock here from Ganon Jones Jr. Let's see who's going to jockey for position. Holds onto the rope. Roll through by Ganon. Oh, there's a leapfrog. Drop down.
There's that athleticism we were talking about before.
Oh, big boot by Zach Nystrom to the face of Ganon Jones Jr. Getting the advantage briefly here. Chop along the rope, too. And Austin, whoever's going to win this match is as good a guess as yours because all these teams exemplify everything. Oh, drop kick by Ganon Jones Jr. there to Zach Nystrom. Both of these teams exemplify what it means to be the pinnacle of tag team wrestling here in Pittsburgh.
Absolutely, and both of us refer to TME as the greatest tag team in Pittsburgh wrestling history. Two people that would actually disagree with that statement would be Nystrom and Elijah Dean. They believe they are the best, so they get a win against TME. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue that.
Oh, drop toe hold here. Duke Davis, leg drop to the back of the head of the man dime Elijah Dean. Oh, and here we go. TME showing off their athleticism here. Push-ups, sit-ups, and you can count to 1,000,000 people.
Hey, he's just getting a quick Sunday workout in. Nothing wrong with that.
You know, some people like to have their cheat meals on Sunday. TME says, hey, we're going to get a quick workout in as we try to make short work of Money Shot.
Oh, but Elijah Dean wisely getting out of the ring just to regroup for the moment. I mean, TME has had full control of this match thus far.
And this is really what I think is going to make the difference here. I mean, pound for pound, these teams against each other are evenly matched up. But then you look, and here we have Ganon Jones Jr. chasing Elijah Dean here. Oh,
a little cat and
on the elbow drop.
Oh, and Nystrom, what the hell is he doing getting involved?
Oh, there it is. You knew Money Shot was going to take advantage of the numbers here. Ganon Jones Jr. getting caught in the ropes, and Elijah Dean, well, maybe taking a little shortcut there by kicking the middle rope as Ganon was trying to come in. I don't think Sean Patrick saw that, so we will fight on here. But this is where Money Shot will take advantage of their ring awareness and their savviness as a tag team.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of that as well by getting at the head of Duke Davis, keeping Ganon Jones Jr. far, far away, cornering him away from his partner as Elijah Dean tags back in Zach Nystrom.
And I really think for Money Shot, the name of the game here is to just get on top of Ganon Jones Jr. as early and as often as you can, and do not let him make a tag with Duke Davis. You could see Zach Nystrom going over there and giving Duke a little what for in the face here, making sure that he is not even close to the ropes to tag his partner in. And that's really what it's going to come down to. If they can grind Ganon Jones Jr. down, I think they might be able to get the 3 count against TME.
And we've seen that in the past as well. That very well could happen. But I don't know if these cheap shots to Duke Davis on the outside is exactly too wise. I mean, the last thing you want to do is tick off the metahuman.
You certainly don't want to give Duke Davis any more reason to come in and clear house. But if Money Shot can keep Duke Davis at bay and they can just pick apart Ganon Jones Jr. piece by piece, they might have a chance to win this match.
Ganon was showing little life there, but Elijah Dean shut him down real quick, going into a cover.
Well, and that's the other thing, too. So every opportunity that Money Shot has had to use a shortcut in this match, whether it's grabbing the hair, whether it's grabbing the foot, whether it's using the ropes, they have done that thus far, which just goes to show how dynamic of a tag team they are in bending but not breaking the rules here.
Definitely bending it a long way, I'll tell you that much. Tag it back in, man dime.
Must be the fourth tag in and tag out that we've seen, and that's a veteran tag team move right there. Elbow drop from Elijah Dean here. Let's see what happens on the cover. Oh, just two there. And Austin, tell me, what's your memory of Money Shot as a team, or at least your fondest memory of them, or most memorable moment of Money Shot as a tag team?
One of my most memorable moments of Money Shot was actually when they went up against TME. This was a few years ago, well before the pandemic, and this was one of the matches that absolutely tore the house down. I might be wrong on this, so maybe the internet guys will fact check me on this, but this was a first half main, and these two went at almost 20 long minutes. TME ended up getting the win there, but Money Shot, again, proved time and time again why they're one of the best tag teams. Even though they have a bit of an attitude problem, that right there showed that both Zach Nystrom and Elijah Dean belongs in the squared circle.
Well, some would say the attitude that Money Shot has had is what allowed them to be on top and be premier performers in Pittsburgh for as long as they have. As look at the power of Zach Nystrom picking up Ganon Jones Jr. for a stalling suplex. That is not something that is easy to do for those of you watching at home, folks.
Yeah, not many people can do that to the All-Star, but Zach Nystrom is one of the rare few that actually can.
And for those young wrestlers that are out here wondering how can a tag team be successful in matches against people that are bigger and stronger than you, take a notice of what Money Shot is doing by tagging in and out frequently and just making every single move count as Ganon Jones Jr. reverses the suplex and puts Elijah Dean down on his back here. Going to try to crawl and make the cover here against his partner.
A big turning point possibly of the match, but look at this. Again, that veteran experience of Zach Nystrom showing, cutting Ganon Jones Jr. off.
And as Elijah Dean gets pushed back into the corner here, no one's home. Oh, Duke Davis gets pulled off the apron by Zach Nystrom there. And again, that's just ring awareness, folks. Oh, throws Duke Davis into the post on the outside here. Our referee really is going to have to get control over this. Duke Davis comes crashing to the floor as one of the chairs probably isn't used to the weight of the metahuman.
Yeah, Duke Davis nearly took out the entire front row as he almost collapsed here right in front of us. But, I mean, Money Shot is right on top of this. The tag team chemistry is showing here early. That veteran experience is showing early.
We are definitely going to have to check the structural integrity of the ring in the building after these four men are facing off against each other. But right now, Money Shot in full control, and for my money, it's only a matter of time before they really start laying the boots to Ganon Jones Jr. and look to win this match.
Of course, both multi-time tag team champions. TMB, obviously the current Enjoy tag team champions, as you mentioned before, David Lawless. But Ganon Jones Jr. trying to go 2 for 1 right now.
Oh, whisper in the wind by Ganon Jones Jr. His signature move in Austin is someone that's been on the receiving end of that. I can tell you that is not a move you want to take at 3 o'clock in the afternoon as we go right to the replay here.
Yeah, big shout out to Sidekick Media Services for the replay here, seeing a big whisper in the wind from Ganon Jones Jr. But all we need now is Duke Davis to get back to the apron.
And could this be the equalizer the TME needs for Ganon Jones Jr. to crawl over to Duke Davis and make the tag?
Duke is just fiending for a tag. He wants in, and he's going to get his wish.
And here comes the metahuman Duke Davis. Clothesline to Elijah Dean. Back elbow to Elijah Dean, to be followed up with a big body slam from the metahuman. And that is a long way to fall, Austin.
Yeah, you've been on the receiving end of that quite a few times, haven't you?
I'm getting flashbacks to all of these moves that I've taken. Big back elbow from Elijah Dean goes up to the second, and oh no.
Oh gosh.
That's not going to work against the metahuman. Just using the man dime Elijah Dean as a human battering ram. And folks at home, I cannot stress enough how difficult that is to pick up another grown man the size of Elijah Dean and throw him into his partner, Zach Nystrom.
Just launching Elijah Dean like yesterday's garbage. Not phasing the metahuman whatsoever.
Duke Davis squarely on top now. Zach Nystrom in the corner, and this is what we're going to call the Duke train here today, Austin.
The Duke train, well, the Duke train's off the tracks right now.
And let me tell you, I've been on the receiving end of many of these too. To have a man the size of the metahuman running at you, you start to see your life flash before your eyes.
And Elijah Dean might be in that predicament right now into that TKO.
Duke going for the cover here. 1, 2.
No.
Very close. We've seen Duke Davis put people away, and we've seen Duke Davis defend his IWC Heavyweight Championship using that very move. Today did not get the better of Elijah Dean, but TME going to start working together to try to put them down.
You see Elijah Dean knew exactly what was about to come. He was on the receiving end of that quite a few times, but Ganon Jones Jr. now sends Dean into Ganon, but Nystrom saving his partner.
And
oh no.
And Duke just clotheslined Ganon Jones Jr. Let me tell you, this is what happens when you've wrestled a tag team over 20 times. They could see the flea flicker coming from a mile away, and they knew how to counteract that.
Oh, and this may be the beginning of the end.
And that is the money shot there. And Ganon Jones Jr. getting there in the nick of time just to break it up, stealing the victory from Money Shot.
Wow, wow, wow. Those rare mistakes could come in clutch later on, but Money Shot still showing a lot of life here. Good God, what a boot from Ganon.
Oh, big spinning forearm from the man-down Elijah Dean there. Duke Davis with the big boot.
It is just pure mayhem right now. Don't take your eye off Nystrom, though.
Zach Nystrom with the big left-handed clothesline, too, and he's put many people away across the tri-state area with that clothesline.
And Nystrom, who's been recently on a mission for Super Indy Gold, now looking to get a big tag team win here at the warehouse.
And this is Money Shot's signature move here. We're going to see Zach Nystrom pick Duke Davis up for that pile driver. If he can get him up here.
Trying to lift him, trying to muster up something.
There's that picture shock DDT, calls that the All-Star drop.
Nobody home for Mandime.
There it is. That's the flea flicker, and that's won them gold. You could count to 1 million there, folks. We have the winner of the first match here at Jack Pollock's I Want a New Hip, the main event, TME.
What a hell of an opening contest, David Lawless. TME once again victorious against Money Shot here in honor of Jack Pollock. This was an incredible match to set the tone and get us ready for some more action. Such an honor to be here with you, Ganon.
I hope that everyone listening at home and watching at home understands the magnanimous teams we just saw in there and how everyone is coming together to support Jack Pollock and support the cause of a man who's given so much to professional wrestling and has asked for so little. TME stands victorious in what could be the last time we ever see Money Shot versus TME. And folks, if you're enjoying this at home and you want to support and you can't make it out here, we completely understand. We thank you for watching this show. There is a dedicated QR code in the bottom left. We would encourage everyone to please support to Jack. We see Ganon Jones Jr. with his signature wrist tape celebrating Jack Pollock. And here we have Money Shot in the ring.
Wait a minute. What do we have here?
This is not what this show is about here, boys. Please, please, please. Let's just keep it civil. This is for Jack.
Keep the tensions elsewhere.
Oh, and there's the nice handshake between two of the greatest tag teams in Pittsburgh Indie Wrestling history. Money Shot and TME, Zach Nystrom, Elijah Dean, Ganon Jones Jr., and Duke Davis. In what could be the last time we see those teams match up, as we talked about, Austin, Money Shot has to tag together in well over a year.
It's been well over a year. They've both been on singles runs as of late, but coming together one last time to go up against TME, all for Jack Pollock.
Folks, if you love what you've seen here in the ring, I would encourage you to come out and support all of the wrestling promotions here in Pittsburgh. RWA, IWC, 880 Wrestling, Enjoy Wrestling, Rise Wrestling. You are going to see superstars from every single promotion here in the area coming together once and for all for the name of Jack Pollock. And speaking of Rise Wrestling, the next matchup we have coming up here is Brandon Kay versus Chris LeRusso, two men who were integral in my career. Brandon Kay was my original trainer. Chris LeRusso helped train me, my law school classmate. And we are going to go to what is a Pittsburgh dream match between Brandon Kay and Chris LeRusso, a matchup that no one ever thought they would see happening here at the Jack Pollock I Want a New Hip.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are raffles going around already. Our auction here today. Joining us at the tables already here, we have Mr. Jock Samson joining us.
All right, wasn't that a great first match, ladies and gentlemen? Wasn't that fantastic? of the best teams, not just in Pittsburgh, but all over the East Coast. Fantastic. All right, right over here, we got all your auction and raffle stuff. We got some t-shirts over here for this show for Jack Pollock. We got raffle tickets. Everything is pretty self-explanatory. We have ring-worn Via Hell from NXT t-shirts and regular wrestling gear over here, so please get over and check that out. We got Lee Moriarty art print. Lee Moriarty, the boy who's went and done many great things here in Pittsburgh. Come on over and put in on that. And we also got a signed TNT AEW Championship belt by Wardlow. So throughout the day, please feel free. Come take a look, put in for some of these wonderful items, and enjoy the rest of the show.
And joining me on commentary now, one of Jack Pollock's best friend and one of the most decorated wrestlers in Pittsburgh, Ty Cross, one half of System Elite. Ty, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad to be here. It's a good event, and I'm just excited to hang out with friends and represent friends and just enjoy a night of wrestling, or a day of wrestling. This is real nice out there.
And Ty, talk to me a little bit about this matchup coming up next. We've got Brandon Kay versus Chris LeRusso, two stalwarts of the Pittsburgh independent wrestling scene, and two of your friends and someone you work with very closely. What are we going to see in this matchup here?
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is a Steel City Legends match.
You're going to see some of the best professional wrestling Pittsburgh has to offer, generationally speaking.
Brandon Kay and Chris LeRusso are in a class of their own when it comes to in-ring talent, and the number of people that they've trained that have gone on to excel in their careers here. A lot of them donating things to our raffle here today. And like I said, before we start talking about this match, dedicated QR code to the left for those that can't make it to donate to Jack Pollock.
I did not know.
BC Steel from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 210 pounds, the heir apparent, Chris LeRusso.
I know that it was on the poster, but I forgot. It completely escaped my mind that BC Steel was going to be here tonight. That is going to change things and change the approach of Brandon Kay for sure.
Well, it always helps when the numbers game is in your favor, and Brandon Kay is going to have to keep his head on a swivel, not just with Chris LeRusso, but also with BC Steel, the leader of the Steel Corp formerly. And, you know, that's what this show is all about, right? Getting individuals who were legendary in their own right in Pittsburgh to come out of retirement, put their feuds aside, put their health aside, put their retirements aside, and come out for a great cause, which is Jack Pollock.
But one thing you don't put aside is being the dirtiest player in the Pittsburgh game, and that's Chris LeRusso. When you're standing in the ring with the dirtiest player in Pittsburgh, and outside of the ring is that scumbag BC Steel, you don't just, like I said, you don't put that aside.
No, and it's been a while since Brandon Kay was actually in the ring. His last match in Pittsburgh that I'm aware of was actually against myself at Rise Wrestling for the Rise Grand Championship, and now he's got to go against one of the greatest minds and trainers in professional wrestling, alongside one of the greatest minds and managers in professional wrestling, Benjamin C. Steele. Ty, we're not flying economy, we're not flying general admission, we're flying first class with Brandon Kay making his way to the ring here.
Absolutely, and he is a first-class competitor, always has been, always will be. Until he decides it's time to hang it up, he is class, first class of Pittsburgh professional wrestling.
Cats may have 9 lives, I think Brandon Kay has about 50 last time I checked, because I don't know what it's going to take to put this man down in his career. Not to say that I want that either, but he continues to find a new level and a new level and a new level and a will to keep going.
Absolutely. We're going to get to be treated with some first-class graps right here, right now.
And ladies and gentlemen watching at home, I can't stress this enough. These men are coming into the ring after having not wrestled probably in months for a great cause, and that cause is none other than Jack Pollock.
He's one of the greatest people you'll ever meet in Pittsburgh wrestling or anywhere. Jack Pollock great friend, great human being. And we're going to give a little shout out here to Sean Patrick, too. Another one of the best of all time in this area.
And, I mean, we've got over 100 years of wrestling experience in the ring together, and you want to talk about legends.
Sean Patrick.
That's just Sean Patrick, too. I don't think Sean Patrick would be too happy about you telling people about his age, but, man, he looks good for...
He looks fantastic for being 152 years old.
And who knows when his gears will die, too, because I'll tell you, everyone in this ring just keeps going like the Energizer Bunny, and we do have a side of sportsmanship here. I don't know if I trust that from...
I don't trust it from Chris. I'll tell you right now. I know you want to be impartial, you want to be a journalist out here. I don't trust Chris LeRusso 100% at any given time.
Well, and what influence do you think Benjamin C. Steele has on Chris's approach to this match, Ty?
No good influence whatsoever. No good influence. These two have done damage and made money for decades in Pittsburgh professional wrestling together. Like you talked about, BC Steele has led some of the best professional wrestlers in the area. Chris LeRusso, possibly his prized champion. He has done so much between the former PWX, between IWC, 880 Wrestling, Chris LeRusso, former matchmaker at Rise Wrestling, which Brandon Kay is the owner of. There is so much history between these three competitors. You can't overstate it, and we're going to see it right here. But I think that BC Steele is going to be a bad influence, and I think Chris is going to fall a little towards the dark side on this one, if not all the way so.
Well, both men starting to feel each other out technically here as we saw two collar and elbow tie-ups that ended in the corner. Chris could not actually get Brandon Kay to break the collar and elbow tie-up despite taking him down with an arm drag, and now they're going to be trading arm ringers here as they try to get the advantage. And Ty, for my money, this is evenly matched from the start.
I agree. Look, you see the technical aspect here, the athleticism. LeRusso's so light on his feet. Brandon, one of the master classes of technical wrestling in this area. LeRusso has been to Ring of Honor. He's been all over the world. He's wrestled some of the greatest competitors, not just in Pittsburgh, but in professional wrestling. And you can say the same for Brandon as well. So the bag of tricks that both men carry on their hip at all times is so deep. The well is so deep in this ring right now.
And Ty, we'd be remiss if we didn't also mention the individuals that they have helped train. Thea Hale, Lee Moriarty, Wardlow, just to name a few, all of whom have donated lovely items that some people are taking a part of here at Jack Pollock's I Want to Know Him.
Absolutely, and some of the great names in Pittsburgh wrestling right now. You look at the guys, you look at like a Christian Noir, like a Cowpoke Paul, it's people that have come up through the Rise Wrestling School, and then the hand that LeRusso has had in the IWC Wrestling School cannot be overstated once again. So, like you said, the masterminds of this business in the ring right now. These are probably the two best in all of Pittsburgh.
A little bit of a questionable elbow there, Chris.
I told you, it's in the strategy.
I think that is the Benjamin C. Steele influence coming out early on. Classic split by Brandon Kay on the corner, who sends Chris LeRusso's head into the one ring post, brings him out to the middle of the ring, slide through. Oh, here we're going to see our first pinfall of the match. Kick out at 2 by Chris. And Ty, Benjamin C. Steele is certainly not going to be asked to come speak to any elementary schools about treating people ethically, but
not at all.
What do you think he's going to do in this match to help Chris LeRusso?
I think at some point, this is just my expert opinion, at some point he's going to get himself physically involved. I'm not saying that's with any sort of strike or anything, but I do think maybe a grab of the foot, maybe a distraction of an official. I know Benjamin C. Steele. I've been across the ring from him. I've watched him work for decades. I know what he's capable of, and I know he can't just stay on the outside and not involve himself. He is a hog for the limelight, and will try to take the limelight again.
LeRusso finding the fountain of youth with the drop kick, sending Kay to the outside, steps over, patented. Classic Chris LeRusso super kick to the side of Brandon Kay's face. And this is where, if I'm Brandon Kay, I'm wondering, why did I agree to do this show on Sunday?
We all made these mistakes to do it for Jack Pollock. Nobody wants to be here on Sunday, but we love Jack Pollock, so we're here, right?
There is no Gavel David Lawless without Jack Pollock. There's also no Gavel David Lawless without Chris LeRusso and Brandon Kay, two of my trainers and two men that I owe an enormous credit to.
That's right, absolutely. And I personally have learned so much from Chris LeRusso. I've worked with him for so many times, for so long. Like Diamond, all over West Virginia and Ohio, in Pittsburgh, and same with Brandon. And Brandon is actually, as you can look at the speed Chris LeRusso is showing here, the athleticism.
Oh, backslide coming up here.
See this backslide go through.
2. And Brandon escapes it 2. Now, and I think we're going to see a battle of the dueling super kicks here today. Both Chris and Brandon very fond of putting their feet in people's faces.
Absolutely. I want to see how this exchange works out before I get into my spiel about Brandon Kay.
Uh-oh, Brandon K going for the Boston Crab here. The first class lock, if you will. Oh.
K stands on his feet. You said the super kicks were coming.
Another shout out to a Pittsburgh legend here, Chris LeRusso, putting in the ankle lock here as Brandon K is squarely in the middle of the ring. And so far, Ty, I must say, to his credit, Benjamin C. Steele has been the best boy possible that he could be on the outside.
He has, but whoa, look at this. Wow. You talked about them being evenly matched early on, and I think that was an excellent statement on your part. They are about as evenly matched as you can get right now here. We're back to square one, nothing in this contest. I was going to say about Brandon K, I consider Brandon K one of my big regrets. I've never stepped in the ring against Brandon K, and it's someone that I've always wanted to wrestle. I've had the privilege of, wait a second.
Of course.
Oh, no way.
And now we have to have the leaders by example make it all about themselves, right? They can't just stand in the back and let things happen for a good cause, right? They have to make this all about themselves. We have some guy named John, we have Gianni Michael Enrico, we have Cristiano Argento coming in, and of course they have to make this about themselves, right?
This is disgusting. The only benefit that we get out of all this is BC Steel didn't get a chance to get involved.
Well, look, BC Steel.
Somebody call Life Alert! They've fallen and they can't get up!
Oh.
And you know, just when you try to do something nice for people.
I tried so hard to warn them. There are so many activities that men your age could do on a Sunday afternoon. Shuffleboard, a crossword in the paper. But no, you dared show up tonight. Get out of here, because I told you I was bringing the best pro wrestlers in all of Pittsburgh. The Italian strongman, Gianni Michael Enrico.
Not short on talking about themselves.
The Italian excellence, Cristiano Argento. And I might just be some guy named John, but even I know that's an improvement. So let's just keep the show on us.
This is not what this is about today. We're out here to support Jack Pollock. There's our host, Jock Samson. He's going to bring some order to this chicanery right now.
You guys hang on for a second. You just hang tight. You freaking three dumb Italian idiots want to come out here and hijack this show? All you had to do was get on a rotary phone and give Jock Samson a holler, and I would have made this happen. I know they would have fought you anytime, any place. They'd have took your ass out in this street and fought you. They ain't scared of nothing. And I know the good. God, was that right? You meant bring them in? If I bring them in, they're going to be sending you back to the freaking Olive Garden, baby, for salad and breadsticks tonight.
That is an insult.
For real Italian food.
They're not really making everyone feel like family.
So what's going to happen?
Not at all.
You know what? We know real Italian food in the USA, baby. Trust me. So that's right. I ain't pregnant no more, but your wife is. So listen. You guys look, you got your wrestling boots on, you got your wrestling tights, you come out here, been three big, huge assholes, and you know what? If you guys want to have a wrestling match, a tag team match, I see a couple strong, tough gentlemen back here, and I think the people here would like to see a tag team wrestling match.
Give the people what they want. That's what this show
Am I
is
correct?
about.
You want to see a tag team wrestling match? I said somebody wants to see a tag team wrestling match? Well, what I want somebody to give me a referee out here right now, a big mean one.
Oh, he's got the biggest and the meanest.
I said a big mean referee. Run to the back.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's not Scotty Davidson either. Strike two. Let's see if we can't find anyone else out there.
Meat Lovers Pizza, I gave you a holler. You guys do me a favor. I want you to go to the back. I want you to give me a big, mean, tough, surly, rotten son of a bitch and referee out here that can handle a match of this magnitude, baby.
Who do you think it's going to be, Ty?
I don't know. I've
Give
seen
me
the
a
referees
round.
we have here, and I don't know if any of them qualify.
Big Mean and Surly describes about half the
I
people
need
in
a
the
big
back there
hold
here
on.
to support Jack.
Danger zone.
No way!
Look who's back, folks. Peyton Graham coming out here as our special enforcer for this impromptu tag match. Welcome back, Peyton Graham. It is great to see him. He looks fantastic.
He looks
Let's hear it for Peyton
fantastic.
Graham. It don't get more big or mean than that. And you know what? I see, hang on a sec. I may be from the Appalachian Hills here. I got 3 in the ring here. And we got 2 wrestlers here. That's 5. That's an odd number what they told me in class. I think, if I do my math correct, you guys need a tag team partner. Am I correct?
Yes, they do, Jock. Yes,
you guys
they
have
do.
anybody in mind?
Ty, is it going to be you?
My days are done.
You're not dressed to wrestle.
Oh, he's back there? All right, we just make this official. Let's go ahead and bring out their last member of this huge 6-man tag team match.
Whose music is that, Ty? This can't be.
You got to be kidding me.
This can't be. We haven't seen this iteration of this superstar in decades.
There's no
I won't
way.
believe it till I see it, Ty. Oh!
Jason
You want to talk about Pittsburgh wrestling legends coming out here for Jack Pollock? Jason freaking Gorey out here today to even up the odds for Brandon Kay and Chris LeRusso. And the Italians are going to have their hands full. And Gorey's not wasting any time.
Look at
Ring
this!
the bell. Here we go. Just as God intended, Jason Gorey walking up with some guy named John, and this is what this show is all about here, Ty.
And the GM of Jack Pollock Pro Wrestling, Jock Samson, has made it official. We got a referee. We got a six-person tag.
We know what's coming here. Gorey with his signature hand grab. Oh, and there's the bite. I haven't seen that in years, Ty.
Just spreading the infection. Wow!
And that signature Gorey there with the rope walk, arm drag, and everyone is excited and off their feet here to see Jason Gorey back in an 880 wrestling ring. Shades of 2016, Jason Gorey coming out, and really this is, Peyton Graham down for the first cover. Some guy named John out at 2, and this is really what this show is about, Ty. Something for everyone, surprises, people coming out of the woodwork to support Jack Pollock.
Absolutely. It is unbelievable what we're seeing right now. And we talked about the generation of talent just between LeRusso and Kay. You throw Gorey into the mix. I mean, you're talking, what, just between them, 90 years of experience.
90 years of
incredible experience.
Draped in gold, just an unbelievable opportunity. And for those of you watching at home, I truly want you to grasp just how special it is to see Brandon Kay, Chris LeRusso, and Jason Gorey all tagging together here in an 880 wrestling ring. Something I never thought I'd see happen, Ty.
It is a Pittsburgh dream come true for these fans here tonight, and for all of you watching at home. This is unbelievable.
And you talk about Brandon Kay being a Pittsburgh legend. Let's talk about some of the new blood in Pittsburgh. Gianni Michael Enrico, one of my proteges here, locking up with my trainer, Brandon Kay.
I'm a huge fan of GME, of the Italian strongman. I've been watching him work for a long time, and there is so much potential. He's already reached so much potential, and he's probably only about halfway there. He has such a high ceiling.
And GME's just getting started in his career. Now, some would question what type of alignments he's had with Leaders by Example, and people like some guy named John who want to make that it's all about themselves. But Brandon Kay's going to say, welcome back to the business, kid. Here's what it looks like to be a veteran.
And with all due respect, a lot of people question the alignment with you as well, but You know, we're not going to go all the way there right now. You seem to be a pretty good guy right now, but I got to question the guidance you gave him early on for him to make this kind of decision now.
Well, listen, I've made some questionable decisions in my lifetime that I'm not proud of, but I am proud to be here on commentary with you, Ty, supporting Jack Pollock. For those of you watching at home that can't make it down, we have a dedicated QR code in the left. All that money, 100% of the proceeds, 100% will go to Jack Pollock and support one of the greatest wrestling legends here in Pittsburgh, Jack Pollock.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. I am not being paid tonight because Jack is my friend.
Well, we couldn't even afford you, Ty, if we wanted to. And speaking of trainer versus student, here's Cristiano Argento going against Chris LeRusso. Now, Cristiano Argento came over from Italy and joined IWC and got a little bit of, we'll call it, finishing from Chris LeRusso in his training days.
Absolutely. I've stepped in the ring before with Argento, and we have tangled in Rise Wrestling before. So, I'm no stranger to what this man brings to the table, and he has done nothing but improve since those days. His physique has gotten exponentially better. His work has gotten exponentially better, and he is such a talented grappler in that ring, which makes what Chris LeRusso is doing right now all the more impressive.
I don't care how tan you are. I don't care how many abs you have. When you take a knife-edge shot from Chris LeRusso, it's going to send you right to the ground.
100% correct there. Look at the rolling cutter. Wow!
You want to talk about finding his 9th, 10th, 15th life. Chris LeRusso with the rolling cutter. Peyton Graham down, 2 count on Cristiano Argento. And really, now that you add the fact that Benjamin C. Steele is out here managing this legendary trio.
Oh, and look what I talked about earlier, but now it's not Ben.
And BC Steele has seen these tricks before, and he's going to get involved. Mitch Komazinski's going to wish he didn't touch Chris LeRusso.
Oh, here we go.
And really, this is what everyone came here to see. Benjamin C. Steele taking off the Hawaiian shirt.
Look at this. Cover your eyes, women and children.
Gentlemen, ladies, women, and babies, we just saw a great slap fight there. And BC Steele delivering a quick right hand. Probably going to have to go to urgent care to get his right hand checked out after that, but that's okay.
Argento was able to capitalize on the distraction. I did know BC would cause a distraction. I just didn't know it would be that enjoyable of a distraction.
And folks, we will not be donating any of the funds to BC Steele's right hand fund. We will be donating all the funds today to Jack Pollock and his new hip.
Correct, but if Ben wants a show, I'll work that one for free too.
Well, check back next year here at the warehouse when we have the Benjamin C. Steele I Need a New Hand. But right now, we are here at Jack Pollock's I Need a New Hip at 880, called the warehouse here, run by none other than 880 Professional Wrestling and MB Young, and a couple of the people that you can see on IndyWrestling.us every Thursday night here on Thursday Night Fights is some guy named John, who, again, breaking the rules up against the ropes. Thank God the enforcing official, Peyton Graham, is there to make sure that everyone plays by the rules.
He's going to call it fair. One thing Peyton is a fan of is justice. The Destroyer, the Fantastic One himself, does not play when it comes to justice.
And really, we're trying to set a good example for the future talents in Pittsburgh professional wrestling. We want everyone to know that we are fair, we are dedicated, and fair and balanced is how I would describe all of what Peyton Graham has done in his entire career. Wouldn't you?
I would agree. Look at the power of GME. They don't call him the Italian Strongman as a nickname for nothing.
No. In fact, just like everyone, he has earned his reputation as the Italian Strongman, and you can see the Italian Strongman wrestling all throughout Western Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio. I can't say enough about the upside. I don't think there's a ceiling to what GME is capable of accomplishing in this business.
I fully agree with you.
And Cristiano Argento, another individual who's been traveling all over the world wrestling. You can catch him with the NWA Power. He might be a little bit too tan for your television show, so don't adjust the color barriers here. As LeRusso hits a super kick against Cristiano Argento. It could just be the equalizer that this 6-person tag team needed to get the advantage to get the hot tag. Ty, who do you think takes the tag here for the team? Which one would you want?
I think I would want Gory being fresher, but I think LeRusso goes to Brandon. No, I was wrong. It is Gory.
Here comes Gory. Him and Gianni Michael Enrico had an excellent no-holds-barred match back when 880 Wrestling was down in the shop in the south side. And Gory hits a drop kick. GME down. Uh-oh. Are we going to see another bite here? I don't know why people keep putting their hands near Jason Gory's mouth.
GME didn't even put his head there.
Not satisfied with just the fingers. Gory says I'm going to take a bunch out of your head, and there's the signature lung blower from Jason Gory.
This might be it right here.
And Ty, forgive me, but I'm having flashbacks to my days at PWX when Jason Gory gave me more lung blowers than I can imagine.
Wow. Headlock driver. From a very not legal, some guy named John. Near-death experience!
Oh! Putting some extra mustard on it for Chris LeRusso, and here comes Cristiano Argento. Oh, big DDT.
Snapping that DDT right there.
Here's first class, classic Michinoku driver.
TME back to his feet though.
Spoke too soon, kid. Here's 2 super kicks from 2 of the greatest professional wrestlers in Pittsburgh. Now let's follow it up with the QAS for good measure. 1, 2, 3.
He got him!
For play.
Your winners of the match, the team of Chris LeRusso, Brandon Kay, and Gory!
And folks, look, we have a double super kick here, followed up by the QAS from Jason Gory. And Ty, it was all but elementary at that point that was going to finish the match here.
Absolutely, and you just can't beat experience. And that is what this group of gentlemen bring to the table. All the experience you could ever hope for in a team of professional wrestlers.
Gentlemen is the operative word to describe everyone because, again, you are not, I promise you, you will never see the 3 of these men tagging on anywhere but Jack Pollock's I Need a New Hip for Jack, with Jack, by Jack, because we all love Jack Pollock.
We love him. We're here for him.
Ty, I want to thank you for being on commentary with me. I'll see you back here for the Battle Royal. I'm going to pass it on to my good friend Austin Carnes again. And for everyone watching at home, thank you so much for all of your support. Like we said, we've got some amazing raffle prizes here. And if you can't be here, we do have a QR code that you can dedicate to. I know I've said that a couple times, but truthfully, we in the independent professional wrestling business put our bodies on the line week after week, and we need all the help we can get for Jack. But speaking of help, we've got Andrew Palace versus Marco Narciso with their manager, Honey Darling. Austin, please illuminate us on the rise of Marco Narciso as you've watched this burgeoning professional wrestler develop right before your eyes here at 880.
Absolutely, Marco Narciso, TNF champion in 880 Wrestling, has been on the rise since abandoning the Den of Desire. Obviously, we'll talk about that as the match progresses.
And Andrew Palace, what can you say about Andrew Palace more than everything that Andrew Palace has accomplished in professional wrestling here in Pittsburgh? He's been an IWC heavyweight champ. He's been a super indie champ, okay? Andrew Palace has competed against some of the best professional wrestlers in the world, now works for IWC, now works for Enjoy. The amount of talent that Andrew Palace has, and just his left finger is arguably just as good as everyone in the locker room.
Not even just the talent, the passion that Andrew Palace has for professional wrestling. I mean, you name the Pittsburgh promotion, there's probably a check mark by Andrew Palace's name there. He has been everywhere.
And this is going to pose an interesting matchup for for Andrew, because he's not familiar with Marco, and this is a first-time matchup here for those of you tuning in at home. First coming out is going to be Marco Narciso with Honey Darling, and Marco goes by the name Borderline Indecent. I would say his behavior has been borderline indecent over the last couple months.
Coming at ringside by Honey Darling, she represents from the Den of Desire, the 880 TNF champion, Borderline Indecent.
Stop, Marco!
Shut up,
And Andrew Palace is going to have to fight against not only Marco Narciso and Honey Darling, who is here, always a distraction, always a welcome distraction in my mind, Austin. Who do you think has the advantage in this match?
I mean, it's hard to say, but I would actually go argue Marco Narciso has the advantage. Honey Darling is definitely the difference maker. I've been on call for several Marco Narciso matches at 880 Wrestling where Honey Darling has got involved and honestly paid dividends for a borderline indecent Marco Narciso. So I believe Marco is more confident than ever and more powerful than ever with Honey Darling by his side.
Marco has been on a roll as of late also, and you cannot discount momentum here in this industry. Austin, Andrew Palace finds himself in the unenviable position of having come from Enjoy, having come from IWC Wrestling, maybe not having the greatest record as of late in the win-loss column, but still fighting his hardest nonetheless.
Still fighting and still going strong.
And in a second here, we're going to see Andrew Palace probably sprint through this door, as has been his signature throughout his entire career. And Austin, I can tell you, as someone that shared the ring with both these men, I'm glad I am on this side of the commentary table.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing at 210 pounds, the Spasmodian Devil, Andrew Palace.
And another thing that Andrew Palace likes to say a lot, which no one would doubt, is the fact that he likes to have fun. Fun is what he's going to have with Marco Narciso today.
Absolutely. Got to have a lot of fun in the squared circle with borderline and decent. Andrew Palace is another guy who has shared the ring on dozens of occasions with Jack Pollock. So we know Jack Pollock is going to be watching this match with a smile. Andrew Palace, though, I mean, he has been so accomplished everywhere he has gone. So much gold has been won in Andrew Palace. This is going to be a hell of a contest, David.
Marco and Andrew recently put their differences aside to march with Enjoy Wrestling in the Pride Parade in downtown Pittsburgh for Planned Parenthood. And we would ask everyone at home, just as you support Planned Parenthood, to please support Jack Pollock and his cause here today with the QR code in the bottom left of your screen.
It's a clear favorite on who the audience likes here already.
And we're getting the call from Scotty Davidson to ring the bell. And this is a first here today for Jack Pollock's I Needed a Hoop. Scotty Lefty Davidson in the ring here, 880 stalwart senior official.
Yeah, Lefty has seen plenty of contests inside the warehouse. Plenty of matches with Marco Narciso as well, but Andrew Palace stepping foot for the first time here.
And Palace is really going to have to keep his head on a swivel with the added addition of Honey Darling being out there. I know she's very distracting by her looks and by her actions, but Palace is going to have to put that aside if he hopes to get the best of Marco Narciso here today.
A little trash talk already shared between the two as well before we even lock up here.
And I think with Marco, it really is, it's a psychological warfare before the match even starts. You look at how garishly dressed Marco is, and it's tough to really make what you're going to get from your opponent when you step into the ring with Marco.
But so unpredictable is Marco Narciso. I mean, Marco Narciso, whenever he really debuted, he was in a tag team known as Den of Desire. That was with Blizzy Blake and 880 Wrestling. Once upon a time, they were 880 Wrestling tag team champions. And Marco abandoned Blizzy Blake. Went with Reese Hayes and Leaders by Example, kind of did his own thing, and that honestly went over to Enjoy Wrestling as well. And since then, this is probably the best variation of Marco that we have seen since debuting.
This has been the most focused version of Marco Narciso, the strongest version of Marco Narciso, and really just the most dominant version of Marco Narciso that we could have ever imagined in their young career.
Oh, look at Andrew Palace. Already having fun here.
But as much as you want a game plan for Andrew Palace, Marco Narciso finding out it is tough to game plan for over 12 years of professional wrestling experience like Andrew Palace has.
Marco with the early advantage here. Off the ropes we go. Too quick, though, is Andrew Palace.
And this is where Palace really shines, right? Disorient your opponent, run around with them, and then hit a couple arm drags. Andrew Palace showing off his strength early on, and Marco showing off his ability to scream. He might lose his voice here.
I'm surprised he hasn't already. Oh, gosh.
And that atomic drop going a little lower than normal here, but Andrew Palace giving the fans a treat. Marco Narciso heading for the hills and regrouping with Honey Darling on the outside.
Yeah, and Honey Darling gonna give it a little pep talk to Marco Narciso as he attempts to regroup here. Andrew Palace still standing strong. And let's not forget too, David Lawless, Andrew Palace obviously is so accomplished, but not even 24 hours ago, he was in action as well with IWC Wrestling, so who knows the conditioning of him here in this match?
Well, we're here for a good cause, right? And you don't want to look at the wins and losses on this card, but if Marco Narciso could walk away with the win against Andrew Palace, that certainly adds a feather into his cap, as Marco Narciso taking advantage of his positioning there in the ring and hitting Andrew Palace's neck against the top rope. Oh!
Andrew Palace showing off here. Oh, look at this. They cover Piranha to Marco Narciso.
Scotty Davidson better watch out, or he's going to be on the mat for a 3 count as Marco Narciso gets clotheslined over the top to the outside. And could we see one of Andrew Palace's signature suicide dives here today?
I think we might be on the verge of that. If I'm Marco Narciso in the front row, I might want to clear out here sooner than later. But Honey Darling again, telling Marco Narciso to keep his eye on the prize.
And that really has been the biggest difference maker thus far. The attitude shift in Marco Narciso with the focus from Honey Darling, because that was a package deal that came along with the turning on Blizzy Blake, and now you look at Honey Darling choosing sides and leaving Blizzy in the dust. It's a shame.
Many people called it the demolition of the Den, but honestly, this is just a new version of Den of Desire, as Marco Narciso says. They moved on from Blizzy Blake. They're creating their own foundation right now, and they're doing a hell of a job at that. Whether we agree with it or not, they're still going strong.
And they're taking their time talking strategy. And look, Andrew Palace getting impatient, coming outside of the ring. And this is what Marco wanted, right? Get Andrew Palace off your game. Get him out of the ring. Get him on the outside fighting. Who knows what's going to happen? And Marco knows this building way better than Andrew Palace does.
Oh, indeed he does. And just like in typical 880 wrestling fashion, the match is going to the outside, and it's going to be pretty much a bar fight here.
And typically when you are at an 880 wrestling show, you may actually become part of the show as we see the fans clearing out here. And huge thanks to 880 Wrestling for hosting Jack Pollock's I Want a New Hip. I can't say enough good things about the talent like Marco Narciso. You can see every Thursday night on Thursday Night Fights as Andrew Palace tries to cave in Marco Narciso's chest. And Austin, if anyone is liking the lyrical stylings that you provide, I would encourage them to listen every Thursday night to you on commentary as well.
Absolutely. Me, Toddy Tondera, and professional Paul Michaels will bring you all the action each and every single week. You'll see many stars like Marco Narciso.
Special shout out to Toddy Tondera, too, our friend who unfortunately could not make it today. We want to send Toddy Tondera all the best wishes. We wish them well. We hope they are feeling better today, too. We miss you. We love you, buddy. And we want to see you on commentary very soon.
Miss you very much, Toddy. Hope all is well, my friend.
And now Honey Darling trying to run interference here with Andrew Palace, saying enough is enough. Oh, and there we see Marco Narciso raking the eyes of Andrew Palace, throwing him into the post.
Yeah, that momentary distraction has led to Marco Narciso getting the upper hand now after that skull-crushing throw into the steel post and now across the chest.
And this is not what Andrew Palace wanted, right? Andrew Palace was in the ring taking care of business with Marco. Once you bring it to the outside, though, you enter Den territory. The odds aren't in your favor. Honey Darling's always going to be there to provide a distraction, and really it puts you at a disadvantage. Oh, great pump kick by Marco.
Yeah, but if anybody knows how to overcome obstacles, it is Andrew Palace. So many battles throughout the years, so many battles even with Jack Pollock throughout the years as a part of Team Storm. I mean, Andrew Palace knows how to overcome odds, but this right here is not looking too good right now.
And let's not forget about why we're here today, Jack Pollock. You mentioned Jack Pollock, Andrew Palace, one of the more decorated feuds in independent professional wrestling here in Pittsburgh. Jack Pollock, who hasn't he feuded with, though? Chris LeRusso, Wardlow, to name just a few at IWC. And we see Andrew Palace coming out here today to support one of his best friends, Jack Pollock, in getting his new hip.
But Andrew Palace possibly showing a little life here, sending Marco Narciso out to the outside. Oh!
Marco with the big kick to the head here. Let's see what Marco has in store.
Well, I've seen this on plenty of occasions, David.
And this is where Marco needs to just get to business and not waste time asking the crowd to show how good he is. Marco, you're on top of Andrew Palace. Take your victory here with a spinning clothesline, taking Andrew Palace down.
Yeah, cover here and only a kick out at 2. I do respect Marco Narciso quickly going for those covers, though, on Andrew Palace. Try and put your opponent away as fast as you can, but like you mentioned, you got to keep your eye on the prize. Stop barking with the audience and focus on Palace.
Oh, and that's the ticket, too. When you find yourself in the ring with Andrew Palace, if you do find an advantage, you have to take advantage of it.
Oh, gosh, we've seen this on plenty of occasions, too. The Thursday Night Fights champion has struck once again.
For those of you watching at home that want to continue to support 880 Wrestling, you can tune in every Thursday on IndyWrestling.us to Thursday Night Fights. And we'd be remiss if we didn't thank the Sorg family for all of their support here today. IndyWrestling.us, the Indie Wrestling Show every Tuesday night, Thursday Night Fights every Thursday, and coming here from the warehouse as Marco goes for another cover. Kick out at 2.
Yeah, but again, these frequent covers, I mean, one of them may eventually go Marco's way, so I respect it.
And for those at home that haven't been involved in a professional wrestling match, I know a 2 count isn't necessarily the name of the game, but you have to expend so much energy just to kick out at 2 and keep the match going that it does start to wear on you.
And eventually we start to catch up to you, and you know that better than anybody. Oh, gosh!
Marco with a big rock bottom type maneuver there, putting Andrew Palace down for a 2 count. And honestly, Austin, it's just a matter of time before Marco continues to extract punishment after punishment against Andrew Palace and go for the 3 count.
Yeah, Andrew Palace has been beaten down here, going for that signature elbow that we have seen before, but Palace had that scouted, getting the knees up.
And now we see Andrew Palace starting to come back to life a little bit. Big boot to the face, big clothesline to Marco Narciso, putting him down for 1. Big clothesline again. following that up. Oh, big swing by Marco, and there is the Saito suplex by Andrew Palace. Now Andrew Palace rallying the fans around here. And this is where I think Andrew Palace is going to try to take advantage. Oh, Andrew Palace coming in your face. Watch out, folks. Big dive.
Good God, Andrew Palace soaring through the skies of Allentown, Pennsylvania to take down Marco Narciso. And you can see the eyes, the crazy eyes of Palace starting the show. He is feeling it now.
And now Palace going up top here. Going to follow this up with the signature Andrew Palace. Oh, Meteora. Right to the chest of Marco.
That might do it.
Oh, very close. 2.5 count by Andrew Palace there. Palace looking around, trying to grab strength from this 880 crowd here at the warehouse. Very much in favor of Andrew Palace. If it was up to the fans, I think Andrew Palace would have already won this match. But Marco Narciso showing tons of heart in kicking out. Now setting up for the hernia driver here, and Marco's going to elbow out of it. And we've seen many people put away with the hernia driver.
So many individuals, but Marco Narciso has put so many away with this. This could do it, too.
What a beautiful sky high by Marco Narciso, bringing Andrew Palace out of their short shorts and down to the ground, Austin. And I'm surprised that didn't finish it.
I'm surprised too, and I think Marco is also the most heated about this one. He believes this should be over.
Marco's going to expend just as much energy having that temper tantrum as they did by picking up Andrew Palace for the sky high. Too much time focused on the crowd here, too. If Marco wants to put Andrew away, he's got to stay right on top.
Oh, looking for eat the feet there, but Palace, big step up in Seguri.
Big spinning back kick here by Marco Narciso. And now Palace rolling to the apron.
Oh, and Marco is taking this to the apron. Out there? Are we serious right now?
I've never seen this done before.
This is going to be a first for me, too. Wait a minute. Palace had it scouted.
Oh, knee to the face of Marco. And, oh, I've seen this look before.
Oh, no.
Pile driver on the apron. Oh, my God.
Spiking Marco Narciso on his damn head.
Someone's got to go check. Marco could be out.
Yeah, not a good look right now for Marco Narciso. You can see the worry starting to grow on the face of Honey Darling as Palace now goes into a cover. But wait a minute, look at this. Marco with the foot on the bottom rope.
Did Honey Darling put that foot on the rope?
I think she might have.
See, that's the advantage of having a manager out there. And that, by all accounts, should have been the end of the match. Andrew Palace has put many people away with just a pile driver. You add that to the hardest part of the ring, and that makes that move even more devastating.
Yeah, and Andrew Palace is obviously ticked off at Honey Darling for getting involved yet again here in this matchup, but Palace might be taking too much time getting distracted by Honey.
And this is where Marco can capitalize, letting Andrew Palace get distracted by Honey Darling. This is the advantage that Honey Darling provides.
Oh, wait a minute, Marco turns it around.
Big eat defeat by Marco as Palace makes his way out of the ring. Not going to be able to win the match over there.
Yeah, that's that veteran experience shown of Andrew Palace. Roll out of the ring as quick as you can to avoid the pinfall.
And you just hear shrieking from Marco Narciso in the ring. Do not adjust your audio at home, everyone. That was Marco Narciso shrieking for their life to get Andrew Palace back in the ring.
And Palace might be knocked out cold. Marco may have it. 2. Oh,
big kick out by Andrew Palace here. Austin, honestly, I thought that was going to be the end of the match there.
I thought so too, but again, getting that extra breather on the outside definitely paid for Andrew Palace. But Marco Narciso is getting ticked off here. Marco just needs to put Palace away. Oh, what the hell's this? Is that a bone?
Shades of Beastman coming out of Marco Narciso, grabbing the bone.
What the hell does he have that for? Did Honey Darling giving to him?
Marco winding up. Oh!
Oh no! Oh no! Wait a minute, Palace from behind!
Rolls Marco through, catch him in the hernia driver. Oh, Marco dropped on his head. Thanks for coming, Marco Narciso. Andrew Palace, again, reminding everyone why he is one of the best wrestlers in professional wrestling. He's put away so many people with that signature hernia driver.
Put so many away and give the extra credit to, I guess, Husk here for that amazing win. As we take another look from Sidekick Media Services, the hernia driver to put away Marco Narciso for good. And even with all the distractions of Honey Darling on the outside, the Steel City Supernova gets a big W here for Jack Pollock.
And Andrew Palace, one of Jack Pollock's best friends, coming out here for a good cause. Everyone watching at home, we are here for the greatest cause possible, which is to help out Jack Pollock in a time of need. Jack Pollock, who has given his body to professional wrestling here in Pittsburgh, has asked for nothing in return. Needs a new hip, wants a new hip, has gotten a new hip, but needs some help supporting him. We would encourage everyone watching at home to use the QR code in the left-hand screen to donate, as Marco Narciso and Honey Darling make it for the hills, shrieking along the way.
Yeah, Marco Narciso is going to certainly have a long ride home after tonight, but Andrew Palace, though, walking away with a big W here. This is amazing.
Looks like Andrew Palace can make a nice stew out of that bone, too, Austin.
Oh, yeah.
Just might. And now,
All
ladies
right,
and
fans,
gentlemen,
I'm over here at the auction area. Sean Collier here with Jock, Samson. We're going to give away the first few prizes. Before the next match gets going, Jock, where should we begin? What do you want to give away?
Let's start down here on the end. Can I borrow you for a second? Can I borrow you guys? Hey, let's hear it for these guys. They're going to help us out here right here.
now for those of you at home, we're doing a live raffle here for some of that great merchandise that was donated by friends.
Wrestling bundle.
We have an Enjoy Wrestling bundle that one lucky fan that showed up is going to win today. And again, if you would like to support, QR code in the left-hand corner of your screen, just take a picture of it, click it. You could donate. Everything goes to Jack Pollock 100%.
Winner of the Enjoy Wrestling Bundle, 853-7469. 853-7469.
And one of the hardest things that any indie wrestling fan has to do is read numbers in the dark warehouse to see who won what. But Sean Collier
853-7469.
doing a beautiful, buttery smooth job of reading off the raffle tickets and the raffle winners.
What's next, Joe?
We got these Murphy Moschetta signed prints right down here in the front.
And Murphy Moschetta, one of our fantastic photographers here at 888 Wrestling. If you wonder why everyone looks so good online, including yourself, Austin Barnes, look no further than Murphy Lee Moschetta.
It's all credit to Murphy.
89. That
Love-
is 853-7289. We might have to draw more of these. We don't want to drag the show to a halt, but 853-7289. Or for the Enjoy, we're going to move backwards. For the Enjoy Wrestling Bundle, 853-7469. Last call for the Enjoy Bundle.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is amazing.
Our own camera person
7429.
winning the Enjoy bundle. You never know what's going to happen
Jock
here
Chaos.
at Jack Pollock's I Need a New Hip.
We have a winner.
What
on
a
the
moment.
photographs. One of the best matches I ever had the privilege of announcing.
Psychic Media Services on top tonight.
And Chris LeRusso.
Art imitating life right
Let's
there.
throw another on Enjoy, unless we have a winner on that Enjoy number. No, let's do the Enjoy bundle one more time.
And Austin, while I have you, let's talk about what's coming up next for the fans at home. Next is going to be the Jack Pollock Bud Light Memorial Invitational Battle Royal.
It's going to be certainly an interesting match. We don't know exactly who's all going to be in there. It's always going to be a surprise, but I'm a little surprised that Jack Pollock has some Bud Light left to share, honestly.
Well, with the amount of Bud Lights that Jack Pollock's drank in his career, he could probably build a warehouse himself.
We'll do two more of these. Let's just get going.
Oh, look at this. We got another winner.
We just trust you. Take the prize. It's fine. What do we got next, John? There it is. We've got two winners here, two different gift baskets with some trading cards.
Now we're going to be giving away some autographed trading cards. And again,
Two winners on this one.
for those that are watching at home, a number of very famous and well-known professional wrestlers have taken their time and donated some lovely
First winner,
gifts.
853-7291.
Are we sure we don't have a little gavel card in there at all by any chance? Is there one of them maybe sneaking in there?
I don't know that anyone wants to win a raffle to get a Gavel David Lawless business card, but I can tell you that if you've been in an indie wrestling show in the last 10 years that I was on, you probably have no less than about 15 of them in your collection.
I have 3 that got thrown at me.
853-7291.
Yeah, no one's keeping those as collector's items, Austin, except for you, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. You're making an old lawyer very, very proud.
Absolutely.
That's 7291. Take your pick. There you go.
There we go.
There's Drew McIntyre.
Now, for those listening at home or watching at home, some of the names you can expect to hear that have
And
been
then we'll have
announced.
that other one, we're going to draw another just to keep things moving.
Yeah, this is not rigged. This is like the second time the cameraman has won something
Draw
here.
one more,
We
one
got to
more.
maybe have an investigation on the Sorgs or something.
I'm off duty today as an attorney, but I
mean,
can
you're the
promise-
attorney, come on.
listen, I don't litigate disputes over raffles, okay? But I promise that you never know when you get a chance to win something here at Jack Pollock's I Want a New Hip. And Austin, I want to thank you for joining me on commentary.
Thank you.
You've been a joy to be with. Coming back with us on commentary is none other than one half of former Rise Tag Team Champion, System Elite, none other than the lovely, the talented, looks a little bit like Uncle Jesse, Ty Cross.
I'm like if Uncle Jesse and Kevin Smith had a baby and that baby was better looking than both.
Have mercy is all I got to say to that.
All right, one more for now.
Ty, welcome back. How are you? What did you think of our last matchup with Andrew Palace and Marco Narciso?
Fantastic professional wrestling, the kind of wrestling you'd only see at a show like this with a group of people like this. You'll love to see it.
And really, for everyone watching at home, I can't stress enough, this has been an opportunity for everyone in indie wrestling, and I mean everyone in wrestling in the area, to put aside their tribalism, put aside their, for lack of a better term, bullshit, and come together to help out one of the best human beings that we've ever known in professional wrestling, Jack Pollock. Ty, I want you to talk briefly before we get into the Jack Pollock Empty Bud Light Can Memorial Battle Royal. What does Jack Pollock mean to professional wrestling?
He is, in my estimation, the quintessential Pittsburgh professional wrestler. He came up his own way. He went out, got the job done with training, got the best training you could find, came back and started from the bottom. Did not say, well, I'm this guy, I deserve this. Came back to Pittsburgh, started from the bottom, and became one of the best wrestlers and one of the most well-known wrestlers of the Iron City. And that, to me, is the stamp of a Pittsburgh professional wrestler. A gritty, he was willing to bleed for this, he was willing to kill his body for this because he loved this business and this city. And he wanted to put Pittsburgh wrestling on the map. And it takes a lot for a guy to get, I believe, a letter from a senator from Pennsylvania to congratulate him on his retirement. That is something that you can only strive for, and he was able to accomplish that level of notoriety.
And I'll tell you what Jack Pollock means to all the men that have been announced in this, and some of the special surprises. We have Jack Pollock's half-drank, not empty, half-drank can of Bud Light Battle Royal coming up. Some of the people you'll see in this match: Mikey Montgomery, Cowpoke Paul, WizCan, Felix Cause, Reese Hayes, Alejo, Casey Ward, Nick Wild, Matt Connor, Tony Johnson, Lizzie Blake, and Christian Noir. Legends in their own rights here in Pittsburgh professional wrestling, coming together to support the one, the only quintessential Pittsburgh professional wrestler, Jack Pollock.
And both feet touching the floor.
And Ty, what can you tell me about some of the competitors, people I know you personally either been on shows with, wrestled against, or spent hours with in the car?
I have been in the ring with Casey Ward, Lizzie Blake. I have gone to war with guys like Tony Johnson and with Matt Connor and Christian Noir. And there's also guys in this matchup, competitors that I've never gotten to touch. So this is an exciting opportunity for me to see up close some of the great talent Pittsburgh has to offer.
And speaking of talent, here is the former Enjoy Heavyweight Champion, Mikey Montgomery, Supersonic, if you will. And what more can you say about Mikey Montgomery, a product of the AIW Professional Wrestling School out of Cleveland, coming to Pittsburgh and dominating Enjoy Wrestling, always considered an underdog, but never counted out in any match that he's involved in, drawing number one. And I think, honestly, Ty, this is an individual who could go to the distance in this battle royal.
I fully agree with you, absolutely 100%. And it takes a lot for somebody from the Cleveland area to come into Pittsburgh and not only survive, but thrive in this kind of environment, you know, being a quote-unquote underdog.
Capturing the hearts and minds of everyone in Pittsburgh and at Enjoy Wrestling. And let's see who his first competitor is going to be in this battle royal. No. A dream matchup. Doesn't even begin to describe these two going against each other. Pretty soon we're going to see Tony Johnson coming through that curtain.
Here we go. The Iceman.
Former member of the main event, former Rise Grand Champion, the Iceman Tony Johnson. Not enough superlatives to describe the talent that Tony Johnson has, bell to bell, post to post, as a professional wrestler.
I personally believe that pound for pound, Tony Johnson is the best professional wrestler in the tri-state area. Tony's from my class. We graduated wrestling school together. We've been doing this together for 16 years. We've been partners. More often, we've been opponents. We have gone to great lengths, time limit draws against each other. Tony is, in my estimation, the best professional wrestler in the tri-state area, and I will stand by that, and I will die on that hill.
And a show of hands and sportsmanship amongst these two, and you're about to see a masterclass in professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, Ty, you said it well. Pound for pound, one of the best professional wrestlers in Pittsburgh. Every single time I wrestled Tony Johnson, I feel like I left that match having elevated my game even higher than it could have ever gone.
He's a cerebral, athletic, strength-based wrestler. He is a total package. The strongest competitor you could step in the ring with. A genius-level intellect when it comes to being an in-ring general and his acumen, and just a technical wizard. It is unbelievable the things he can accomplish in that ring.
And honestly, he might not look like he's the biggest competitor that's come through this curtain, but as you said, one of the strongest, deceptively strong, deceptively quick.
I've been deadlifted from the floor to the apron by this man, completely deadlifted. It is unbelievable. I've also seen him do a backflip out of a chokeslam from Ganon Jones Jr. The things the guy can do in the ring cannot be overstated.
Speaking of backflip, Mikey backflips there out of the phaser, and with a belly to back suplex to Tony Johnson, who finds his way to the ring. I've been dizzied a number of times by Tony Johnson from that spinning backbreaker.
It is horrible to experience, but beautiful to watch.
And Mikey lining up, big boot to the face of Tony Johnson. For those watching at home, we're going to have new competitors coming out every 60 to 90 seconds. You know, I think Jack might be manning the timekeeper there.
And he feels like it, for sure.
There's a reason why it's a half-drunk Bud Light Battle Royal, because half those beers are already gone. So excuse us if everyone's not hitting the times exactly.
And Tony almost eliminated there, able to hang on. That would have been huge for Mikey Montgomery to be able to eliminate a competitor like Tony so early. But you can see Tony able to use the ring to rebound and get back in and be in control. And here we see we're going for the ride, the backbreaker.
Signature Tony Johnson right there. And folks, I've taken that no less than a dozen times, and I can tell you, it does not get any more pleasant the more times
this crowd getting behind Tony right now. He is a magnet for the fans. They love him. They love to watch him do what he does best, and that is wrestle in that ring.
And for those not familiar with Tony Johnson, you're talking about someone who came up through West Virginia and Pennsylvania, who's held championships in both states, and has just decided to come back to wrestling about a year ago, and looks like he hasn't missed a beat.
Absolutely. He's held some of the same exact titles that Chris LeRusso, that Gory, that Brandon Kay have held in Pittsburgh and in West Virginia, and he has done so much with, and here we go.
And speaking of new legends here in Pittsburgh, that's none other than KC War, the Muay Thai shoot psychopath. KC War going to be entering the Battle Royal at number 3. Another man who likes to imbibe Bud Lights at a rapid clip, KC War.
Well, now come on, people got to walk through there.
Well, KC War doesn't care what he does to his opponents. KC War doesn't care what he does to the entranceway. KC War just having a great time, coming out for a good cause.
Oh, look at that! Wow, what a drop kick!
KC War splitting his legs there. Big Polish hammer. Big kick to Tony Johnson. Oh, big Pepsi twist right there from KC War. The Muay Thai maniac.
Look at that
big German
huge
suplex too.
Release German launching Mikey across the ring.
Big step up knee to the face of Mikey. Another one for Tony Johnson for good measure. And here comes his signature catchphrase. Oh, the psycho knee with the bulldog. And Casey War standing squarely in control here in the half-drank Jack Pollock Memorial Battle Royal, whatever we're calling it. I don't know. It's got a couple names here, Ty.
Jack Pollock, may he rest in peace, my dear friend. The Memorial Battle Royal.
Jack Pollock's hip.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Speaking of up-and-coming talents, joining us next to the half-drank Bud Light Memorial Battle Royal, we have Alejo Dream. One of the brightest young talents here at 880 Wrestling, who you can catch every Thursday night on Thursday Night Fights. I can't say enough good things about Alejo Dream and just the upside that this kid has. I've shared the ring with Alejo. I lost to Alejo, and there's a good reason. Knife edge back elbow, pump kick from Alejo Dream.
Unbelievable athleticism just to start out here. Alejo Dream, look at that, wow.
Alejo squarely in control.
Wow, but did you see that forearm right between the eyes from Casey War?
And I don't care how fast you are, how much athleticism you have. You get punched in the face like that, that's going to put you down. Oh, Casey War sidestepping Alejo's kick. Nope, no covers here.
Nope, it was a transition. These two are moving. What a cutter, whoa!
Another springboard cutter from Alejo.
Alejo is moving in that ring. How impressive, the speed and the athleticism.
Every time I see the kid, he gets better every time he's in the ring. Today is no different.
Oh, here we go.
Speaking of Pittsburgh legends.
A multi-time Rise Wrestling Grand Champion, Cowpoke Paul, has been making his way all over the northeastern United States and has become somewhat of a Pittsburgh legend and a product of Brandon Kay as well.
That's right. One of my former stablemates in the Dangerous Knights Cowboys was Cowpoke Paul with the schoolboy, giving a good old yeehaw to
Keeping the
Alejo
hat
Dream.
on, wow.
And that's what's as impressive as his athleticism is. The fact that he keeps that cowboy hat on is just as impressive.
It's his profession. I think he's a cowpoke first and a wrestler second.
The Bucking Bronco.
This might have been a mistake, though. Might be early.
Casey War biting his hands a la Jason Gorey, we saw in match 2. Cowpoke using the ropes to his advantage. Getting the crowd fired up here. And everyone at the warehouse loves Cowpoke Paul.
I think everybody that's ever seen Cowpoke Paul step in between those ropes falls in love with him. The guy is a magnet for these fans.
It's infectious. Uh-oh, and speaking of people that I know very well, my arch nemesis from 880 Wrestling, amateur wrestler Reese
Wow.
Hayes. What more can I say about Reese Hayes? I have never beat the man. I wrestled him in an Iron Man match, which he bested me after an hour. Just an absolutely unbelievable talent. Looking good, feeling great. Here comes the signature Reese Hayes, 619, right to the face.
Reese is in incredible shape.
Yeah. This is the
gonna go
best
for another
Reese has
one.
ever looked.
Just connecting with back-to-back 619s there.
There's a third one, and here comes one more for good measure for Reese Hayes. Hitting the grand slam of 619s. Uh-oh. And he's asking for it again.
5 619s. I can't even do the math on that.
Well,
Six.
it comes
Six,
between
19, it's
4
times
and
five.
6. So
It's times 5, and then you move and you carry
that's
the 2.
okay. Don't hurt yourself. It's a Sunday. We're doing this for a good cause. I don't want you to overthink.
That hurt. Look at Reese go. Headbutts.
Hurting some brain cells there. And that's the thing. Reese can move around the ring and hit the 619s, but at the end of the day, he could just hit you in the face with his head, too. And speaking of people that want to hit you in the head or play mind games, we have Christian Noir. What can you tell me about Christian Noir?
Christian Noir has accomplished so much in Pittsburgh and in Rise Wrestling, doing things his own way, marching to his own beat and breaking his own rules in the process. He is a monster in that ring, a combination of strength, power, athleticism, size, and brutality.
Christian Noir, former grand champion at Rise Wrestling, the first Rise Wrestling
Ascension champion.
Ascension champion as well. And what not many people know was one half of the original tag team at PWX, the Exercisers themselves.
That's right, absolutely. Absolutely, alongside, I believe, Clinton Crooks.
Yes.
And look how far he has come, and look at this! Wow!
Big superplex. And Tony going for a cover. There are no covers here.
But no, Reese broke it up.
Folks watching at home, don't be confused, right? There are no covers. This is a true battle royal in the sense that you must be thrown over the top and your feet must touch the ground.
Well, we don't know because we never actually got to see a pinfall because Reese did break it up, right?
Good point. The other half of the Steel City Killers, Brandon St. James, Satan's favorite saint, making his way to the ring. Brandon St. James, a legend in the ring, deathmatch legend, international deathmatch legend also.
I've been in the ring, same with Casey, I've been in the ring with St. James, and he is a terror in between those ropes and outside of those ropes. Luckily, in this type of matchup, you keep things contained in the ring. So Brandon St. James, BSJ, can't go too crazy. Hopefully, we're able to keep things in order here.
Well, there won't be any glass or light tubes in this match, but that doesn't matter because Brandon St. James, despite all of the hardcore matches that he does, is still one of the most talented professional wrestlers in the Pittsburgh area.
Absolutely. A true bright future, but look at Cowpoke.
Uh-oh, popping up. Both down.
Both men expending all the energy they had left in their bodies. Oh, wait a second. That was through the middle.
That was through the middle. That's not an elimination there. And Casey War has a fork in the corner that he's going to try to fork Alejo Dream. Gentlemen, this is a charity battle royal. We do not need to have forks in this.
Wait a second. These two are fighting out here in the crowd. They look like they're making their way towards the curtain. I don't believe either were eliminated.
Oh, there's Cowpoke Paul with the signature David Lawless leg drop. Thank you, Cowpoke. I love that kid. And Mickey Morris, one of the newest recruits to the DOJ, making his entrance next here in the Battle Royal. Mickey probably the least experienced out of everyone in the ring, but certainly going to use this as an opportunity to make their name known here in wrestling. Big spine buster from Mickey Morris.
I'm a big fan of a nice spine buster. There it is.
Ty, some would say no one threw a spine buster in Pittsburgh better than you.
I would agree with that personally, but who knows? I don't know if we'll ever get to see one again.
Well, Ty, your in-ring days are over is the rumor that I heard.
Yeah, I'm listed, I will admit, as semi-retired professional wrestler, my own self-listing.
Does anyone ever truly retire in professional wrestling?
No one's ever truly retired from this business. That I can assure you.
Look at me. I'm coming out here and doing commentary on a Sunday afternoon.
Absolutely. I've been commentator for Rise for a long time. I've had my former 880 tag team champion. I've had my day in the sun. It's been so enjoyable for me. I'm having something. I got to take this headphone off real quick. I'm having like an issue with my headphone.
What's going on? Is that your music? No. My commentary partner, Ty, this can't be real, Ty. Ty Cross is entering the Battle Royal. He just told me he was retired. Who? Austin, I need you to step up here. Well, this was certainly unexpected. One half of System Elite, Ty Cross, who just got done telling me he was retired, Austin.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's retired right now, does he, David?
I guess you never say never in professional wrestling. And there goes Cowpoke eating the top buckle. Duck under by Ty. There's that signature Ty Cross spine buster. Just as he got telling me we might never see that again. Ty Cross coming out of retirement in the Jack Pollock half-drank Bud Light Memorial Battle Royal.
What a moment this is. I'm just glad neither one of us was picked.
No, I can assure you I don't think the Gavel David Lawless or Austin Carnes music is going to be hitting anytime soon.
Hopefully not. Look at this, Mickey Moore stepping up.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Mickey's probably the least experienced out of everyone in this match, but certainly one that wants to make their mark here today. And what can you tell us about Mickey Morris?
Mickey Morris used to be the pledge of the Department of Jocks here at 880 Wrestling, but is now an official jock so he is a part of DOJ. Technically, he's 1/4 of the 880 Tag Team Champions, so to speak, right now. He has his own championship and all. But Mickey Morris is a wild card in this match. He's underrated. He's had matches in the past with the likes of MV Young. Definitely someone to keep an eye on. Oh, God.
Speaking of 880 wrestling.
Speaking of 880.
Someone who's taken on a new attitude since I left, Nick's Wild. My goodness. And Austin, I know we're all coming out here for a good cause. I know we're supporting Jack Pollock, but honestly, this one's got to sting for Jack Pollock because Nick's Wild single-handedly decimated one of Jack Pollock's favorite staples in his career, the Black Hand Society, calling themselves the Dead Hand Society now.
Absolutely. Nick's Wild, obviously not on the favorite page of Jack Pollock or anyone that Jack Pollock associates whatsoever. The Dead Hand Society has been wreaking havoc for quite some time here in 880, but look at this. Nick's Wild not even going to enter yet. Take a seat in front row.
Very smart strategy on the part of Nick's Wild. And speaking of 880 wrestling, what we missed on commentary a couple minutes ago was the Steel City Killers reuniting, hitting some of their famous tag team maneuvers together too. Always great when the Killers can get back together.
Absolutely. It's always good to see them all back together again, going strong here. And there is just so many different individuals in this match right now. This is incredible.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, right, we are about 15 competitors deep or 12 competitors deep. We have not seen one single elimination yet.
Yeah, that ring is filling up fast. I mean, the warehouse is a pretty tight space, but so far holding this together.
Well, I think I know that music. We might start to see some eliminations coming out here. A man who is feared all over the tri-state area, the Reaper, Matt Connor. And Austin, we talk about people finding the fountain of youth. Matt Connard is in the absolute best shape of their life that I can remember.
Yeah, Matt Connard absolutely ripped. It's been a minute since I have seen Matt Connard in any ring. But I must say, Matt Connard is definitely feared by so many. He's known to be as the Reaper. And somebody that's actually here at ringside that he's shared some battles with in the past as well.
Yeah, Peyton Graham, the enforcing official that we saw from earlier, is out here now and looking. Matt Connard has their eyes trained on Nick's Wild, wanting to get some retribution for the Black Hand Society, wanting to get some retribution for Jack Pollock. And I think we're going to start to see some eliminations once the Reaper, Matt Connard, gets in here. Teaming up with Ty Cross.
Well, there we go. There's our first elimination.
Brandon St. James getting the first elimination here.
On Casey Moore, of all people.
I think they're going to have to talk about that backstage. Two best friends, but that's what sometimes happens in wrestling. Friends become enemies because it's every man for themselves in the Jack Pollock half-trank memorial hip battle. I don't even know what we're calling it anymore, Austin.
I was going to ask you before I got back here, but I'm glad we're on the same page.
It's got so many different names, and you know, it's for Jack, right? And speaking of Jack, again, we have a dedicated QR code to donate to Jack's cause. And we got Big Jim Fridge coming out here now.
Oh, Mickey Morris is going to be happy to see Big Jim Fridge.
A man who's certainly not short on confidence, Big Jim Fridge.
Yeah, Big Jim Fridge, again, 1/4 of the 880 Tag Team Champions. Tag Team partners with Mickey Morris, Dev Swayze, and Chug Boffman, wearing number 69. DOJ is always on top.
And look at him coming in here, cleaning house. Big step over toe hold, duck down, springboard, stone cold stunner. My goodness, Big Jim Fridge on a roll here today on a Sunday at the warehouse. Folks who love the DOJ, you can catch the DOJ, Mickey Morris, Big Jim Fridge live every Thursday night here on Thursday Night Fights. And Austin, you've seen these guys come up as a tag team. What can you tell us about the DOJ? Try to be nice, please.
Of course. Well, the DOJ honestly has turned over a new leaf as of late recently. They've had battles with the likes of Psychedelic Dreams in the past, Leaders by Example. So the Department of Jocks have been quite quickly a fan favorite of so many. So it's good to see them here. It's good to see them in action. And honestly, it's good to see them as champions.
Did I catch you partying with them one night, too?
Yeah, there's a Congo line. It's a whole thing.
Well, never one to say no to a party. Austin Carnes, recent graduate of Point Park University, also the host of the Two Jackoffs podcast. Always tune in, always a good time. Austin, you do the best job. And speaking of good jobs now, we've got Hulkamania. Felix Cause coming out here.
Lawless, I appreciate the 2 Jagoff shout out here, but I might have to dismiss that for 1 second. It's polka time, baby. It's time to polka.
And what's amazing, less than 24 hours ago, you had Felix Cause teaming up with WWE legend Bushwhacker Luke, an honorary polka bushwhacker. I didn't even know bushwhackers could polka.
I didn't either. They were the polka whackers for a night, but immediately an impact. Brandon St. James and Aleo Dreams both eliminated.
And Felix Cause rearranging the minds of everyone in the ring there, and it looks like Nick Wild's about to do a little polka dance here on Sunday.
Oh, this is amazing. Twice in one weekend for me.
Mickey Morris has been eliminated.
That worked.
It's time to polka. Oh, no, Reese Hayes doesn't like the polka. If I know anything about Reese Hayes, I know Reese Hayes does not mess with the polka.
I don't think Reese Hayes likes anything.
You might be right, actually, but I've never beat Reese Hayes, so I can't say anything bad about Reese Hayes.
Yeah, I feel bad about that. I think I jinxed it on the show.
Oh.
Good God.
Big go to polka there.
Wait a minute. Is that the Rocky theme I hear?
No.
Oh, you know what this means.
Is that the Whiz Can?
It's time to whiz. Oh, this is amazing.
Do the Philly boys know the Whiz Can's out here?
They do now. The Whiz Can is in the ring. Felix Cause, Cowpoke, DOJ. So many worlds are colliding.
Whiz Can punching Tony Johnson, a sentence I never thought that I would utter in my lifetime.
Never said this that I thought I would ever say too, but here's Reese Hayes to ruin the fun as usual.
Wow. Reese Hayes eliminates themselves. I guess it's not smart to headbutt a Whiz Can.
Oh, but not only that, Cowpoke Paul also eliminated by Felix Cause.
Oh, Mikey and Christian making their way back. Remember, they went through the middle ropes early in the match. I guess they must have been spending some time drinking and fighting backstage. Reese Hayes crawling to the back. Cowpoke Paul's been eliminated also.
What?
And now Christian Noir and Mikey Montgomery making their way back to the ring. Mikey ducks under. Christian double boots.
Still there, though, hanging in here.
Felix Cause helping him out for good measure, eliminated. And the dynamic of this match has certainly changed since Felix Cause gets in there. Oh, and Mikey, how about a little bit of a dance for you, kid?
Mikey Montgomery, former Enjoy Wrestling champion, going to be sent over the ropes by Felix. No, Mikey Montgomery's still in this.
And here we have 2PW and Pit Fight champion, Preston Everest.
Preston Everest, like you just said, has done some great work with 2PW and Pit Fight as of late. Has been all across the Pittsburgh indie promotion as well. And honestly, I'm excited to see him here in the warehouse. A lot of strangers that Preston Everest is going to be going up against here already. Let's see what kind of work he can get done.
And Preston Everest.
Oh, wait a minute! Already?
Immediately goes out for their troubles.
Oh, but Mikey Montgomery.
Oh, Big Jim Fridge thinking he dumped Mikey Montgomery over the top rope. Don't speak so soon, young Jedi.
Yeah, Big Jim Fridge might be a little in over his head right now. Wait, is he just accepting he's accepting fate and letting Mikey put him over at first.
Preston Everest suffering the fastest elimination in the Jack Pollock Memorial Bud Light I Need a New Hip Battle Royal. Probably did more damage to himself kicking our commentary booth. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Preston's upset he's not getting any Bud Light.
How dare he disrupts our commentary with that.
Yeah, I thought we were doing a good job tonight.
You're doing a great job, boss.
Thank you. You as well on your debut.
I learned from the best. Speaking of learning from the best, one half of Death Watch making their way out now, Johnny Demise. And you talk about a competitor that's really come into their own over the last year and a half in 880 Wrestling. Johnny Demise, under the tutelage of Brohemoth, has really developed a style of their own.
Absolutely. Can I curse on here?
Say whatever you like.
Okay, this is Johnny fucking Demise that we are looking at, Mr. David Lawless. One half of Death Watch, and he has been on an absolute roll, as you just mentioned before.
Wow. Well, you know, I didn't expect to hear an F word come out of your, young and pure mouth, but Hey, it's a Sunday at the warehouse. It's a Jack Pollock Memorial Battle Royal show. We'll say whatever the hell we want, right?
We'll say it. I mean, that is what Johnny Demise would want us to say, and look at this. Mikey using that athleticism to get out of a possible end of days, it looked like.
Oh, and Mikey with the signature rolling Death Valley driver. One move that we've seen Mike,
Yeah, just as quick as Demise got in, he got out.
Well, Johnny Demise is out of this, excuse my language, fucking match right now. Just as quick as they got in. And realistically, I'm not surprised to see Mikey Montgomery handling business in the middle of the ring. You're talking about the former Enjoy Tag Team Champion. Speaking of people that are their own best friends, Johnny Mahalo making his way out to the ring.
Johnny Mahalo, one of the younger talents in Pittsburgh wrestling today. He has made his rounds. He has made his way around to the various promotions as well, and also has a bit of an ego as well, I would say. Got that surfer's mentality, so to speak.
Hey, all he wants to do is just hang 10 and be cool, okay? And I gotta say, strutting on the ring like that, he does look really cool.
I'm not gonna lie, the vibes are pretty up right now.
Big Jim Fridge trying to go over and say I'm cooler than you, but not in Johnny Mahalo's world as he puts down Big Jim Fridge with a clothesline and a back elbow. Johnny Mahalo about to hang 10, if you will, with a big spinning suplex.
Yeah, finishing off Fridge with an elbow as well. Johnny Mahalo coming out fierce.
And Austin, I don't want to speak too soon, but my former broadcast partner here, Ty Cross, the man that you replaced during this broadcast, still in the Battle Royal.
Yeah, Ty Cross is still hanging in there. I'm pretty surprised, but I'm also very excited to see what he has.
Ty Cross lasted longer than Preston Everest, as Big Jim Fridge again thinks that he eliminated Johnny Mahalo, who hangs on and flips over.
Oh, God. Roof's about to blow off the place.
And we got Blizzy Blake coming in at number 19.
Yep, Blizzy Blake, of course, another mainstay at 880 Wrestling and Enjoy Wrestling. Was once a part of the Den of Desire, but recently has been in tag team bouts with Christian Robinson, but also does it on his own every once in a while.
Blizzy with that big raw inflatable.
Oh, what a cross body.
Taking out 3 competitors at once. Johnny Mahalo getting eliminated while this was going on. Felix Kaz getting eliminated too.
Oh, Polka's over.
And Austin, we have 1 competitor remaining. A mystery competitor.
Yeah, I wonder who it could be. It could be anybody.
Any guesses?
Hopefully not us. I have no guesses. It could literally be anybody.
I've heard Lee Moriarty might be someone that's there. I've heard Wardlow might be someone that's there. There is no one that is not acceptable. I could be one of the people that has my name.
I'll be rocking solo then.
Well, trust me, I don't plan on coming out of retirement for this, but if my name gets called, I guess I'm going to do it in the name of Jack Pollock. As Blizzy puts down Big Jim Fridge with a face buster. And Blizzy going up to the top. We know he likes to fly.
And he is up high, soaring through the skies.
Big 180 splash. Ty Cross coming in with the elbow. Ty Cross always loves to come in and take credit for work that other people have done. I can't fault him.
Yeah, look at this. Maybe a temporary alliance to eliminate Big Jim Fridge.
Big Jim Fridge, thanks for playing. Look at Ty Cross. And then there was one. Who is going to be coming in here as the last entrant in the Battle Royal? We have the Whiz Can just getting eliminated.
Oh.
We have Blizzy Blake.
Wait.
No.
Can't be.
Jackson Argos?
The 2-time IWC Rookie of the Year, Jackson Argos.
We haven't seen Argos in a professional wrestling ring in well over 5 years, and here he is as the last entrant in the Jack Pollock half-drank Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Light Memorial Battle Royal.
Name all the lights, but Jackson Argos is back. I mean, David Lawless, I'll even share a little story with you. Well before I even got into professional wrestling, this was one of my favorite guys growing up. The moment.
You and a number of people here in the Pittsburgh area. Jackson Argos, just an unbelievable talent. What can you say about his accolades in IWC? 2-time Rookie of the Year, part of Team Storm, tag team champions at one point, one of Jack Pollock's best friends, and again, someone that has come out of retirement, or at least what we thought was retirement, to support a good cause for Jack Pollock. No one expected Jackson Argos to be here today.
Nobody expected this. We were mentioning Wardlow, Lee Moriarty, but instead we get one of Team Storm's very own, Jackson Argos.
And what a treat for all the fans here as Jackson Argos eliminates Blizzy Blake. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, everyone in this match is stunned. Look at Tony Johnson and Matt Connor. They can't believe it.
And Argos trying to get the veterans in the ring to get behind throwing the younger talents out.
I mean, that's one way to do it. There's been so much younger talent represented in this match.
And Ty and Argos hugging it out, wearing very similar colors too.
Oh, wait a minute, Ty Cross.
Thanks for coming. Oh, what a run Ty had.
Oh, but Jackson Argos, don't take your eye off Tony Johnson, the Iceman.
Iceman trying to go bell to bell here too. We have the first two people in this match still in it, and now, oh, Tony holding on. Oh. No, Tony's feet did not hit. Tony's feet did not hit. Sean Patrick saying, hold, wait.
Yeah, Ty Cross, what the hell is he doing? He was saving Tony Johnson, what it appears.
And it looks like Tony Johnson is channeling Kofi Kingston coming back into the match. And veteran referee Sean Patrick, what he says goes, no elimination. And Nick's Wild now sees it as an opportunity.
Oh, and now Tony Johnson is eliminated.
And that's certainly going to draw the ire of the crowd, eliminating the Iceman Tony Johnson. Oh, Nick's Wild using some of that colorful language to let everyone know here at the warehouse what they think of everyone. And we're down to 4 here. Matt Connard, Mikey Montgomery, Nick's Wild, and Jackson Argos. All legends in their own right.
All legends in their own right. We've seen Matt Connard as the Reaper. Mikey Montgomery dominate Enjoy. Nick's Wild dominate 880. Jackson Argos dominate IWC. This is great.
These are really the pillars of Pittsburgh professional wrestling here in the ring. And what a treat it is, Austin. And we get to be here on a Sunday for a good cause, watching Jackson Argos back in a professional wrestling ring.
I don't think anybody here likes Nick's Wild. I think that's the one thing the other three can agree on.
Well, I don't think Nick's has done much to garner much appreciation with the fans either, Austin. And you know better than anyone, given your history here at 880, just how much Nick's Wild lets the fans know how much he hates them.
Oh, yeah. It's about every single week we hear from Nick's Wild. But right now, though, Argos and Connard having a little collision there. And Mikey Montgomery walking in the far corner on Nick's Wild. This could literally be anybody's ball game, but I'm surprised Mikey is still in here with how early he came into this match.
Well, you know, look, Mikey was always the competitor I thought could go wire to wire in this match. Mikey is probably one of the most seasoned wrestlers in the match, certainly one of the most talented, and his resume speaks for himself.
Oh, look at this, using the ropes to his advantage, but Nick's Wild was one step ahead, and there goes Mikey.
And now we're down to 2. Jackson Argos and Nick's Wild, a phrase that I never thought I would say in professional wrestling here in Pittsburgh, Austin.
But don't forget the Reaper is also lingering in the corner as well. Matt Connard.
Well, Matt Connard does sneak up on people a lot. I couldn't see him around that stanchion. I do apologize.
Yeah, it was hard to see him here over here, too.
I think Nick's Wild is going to make it his life's mission to ruin anything that Jack Pollock ever had a hand in. Black Hand Society, Team Storm.
Oh, and those tensions might broil over here.
You might want to turn around, Nix, because your retribution might be coming, young man.
Yeah, that's not a pretty sight behind you, Nix. Oh, what a shot.
And Matt Connard letting out his frustration. This one's for Peyton Graham. This one's for Jack Pollock. This one's for all Black Hand Society.
Yeah, but can Matt Connard get Nick's Wild up and over the ropes? Wait a minute, Jackson Argos.
He can with a little help from his friend, I'll tell you that much. Strange bedfellows. Matt Connard and Jackson Argos become, in the Jack Pollock, half-drank Pittsburgh Pirates, Connor Griffin, Paul Skeens Memorial Livy Dunn Battle Royal.
Even Livy Dunn gets a mention.
Hey, when does Livy Dunn not get a mention here?
That is true. What a moment this is, though. Matt Connard and Jackson Argos inside of the warehouse as the final 2 participants in this match for a chance at, what, Jack Pollock's half case of Bud Light?
I feel like I've been saying this a lot today, Austin, but if you would have told me that here at the warehouse we'd see Jackson Argos and Matt Connard, I would never have believed you.
But are we going to see some respect here? Argos wanting a hug. Oh, wait a minute!
Oh, and that's just Jackson Argos being Jackson Argos. As Matt Connard, thanks for coming. And Jackson Argos, 1/3 of Team Storm.
Winner and recipient of a half-drink case of Bud
And now,
Light,
the winner of the half-drink can of Bud Light, case of Bud Light, Jack Pollock, Hip Memorial Battle Royal, Jackson Argos.
And what a hell of a battle that was, and what a hell of a surprise it was to see Jackson Argos here at the warehouse. And look at this, that half case of Bud Light. I don't know, it looks like a third is still in there to me, but that's neither here nor there.
Jack Pollock might be slowing down in his drinking in his old age, so
Who knows? What a window and what a moment for Mr. Argos. Oh, the Bud Lights are flying.
and he's taking a Bud Light can shower. Well, not the grossest shower I've seen in a while here, Austin, but much deserved.
I'm gonna say, bring us a Bud Light over here, Argos. Share. I'm 22, by the way.
Oh, Nick's Wild coming in there.
Oh, wait a minute. The hell, Nix?
And Nick sees this as an opportunity. They're going to get their licks in. They're going to make their presence known.
Yeah, but on a night like this, Lawless, I mean, like, this is about Jack Pollock. This is supposed to be a special moment here. And Nick's Wild once again.
You hate to see it.
Oh, and that wild driver.
Dropping Jackson Argos on his head on the Bud Light case. So disrespectful. But respect isn't something that Nick's Wild has much of for anyone or anything that isn't Nick's Wild.
Not at all.
Oh, Nick's with the curtain call.
Yeah, this is just a damn disgrace. Somebody get Nix out of here. Like, why? Why does this have to happen tonight of all nights?
We come together for a good cause. We come together to support Jack Pollock.
More raffle items, but one more time for Jackson Argos.
And ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for tuning in. I want to say thank you for supporting Jack Pollock, and I want to say thank you for the opportunity to come out of retirement briefly and be on commentary here for the Jack Pollock I Want a New Hip show. Austin, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you've taught me. Thank you for the opportunity today. Ladies and gentlemen listening at home, we're going to give out some raffle items. We're also going to have a main event coming up. Triple threat. Edric Everhart, John McChesney, MV Young. With that being said, I'm going to take off the commentary hat. I'm going to turn it over to Austin Carnes. I'm going to let Ty Cross come back on commentary, and I'm going to thank you all for supporting Jack Pollock. Please donate using the QR code in the bottom left. Please support indie wrestling. Please support everyone. Tell someone you love them. Men, ladies, women, and babies. This has been the Gavel, David Lawless, Esquire, signing off. Thank you so much, Austin. Have a great broadcast.
Thank you very much, Mr. David Lawless. What an impressive commentary debut from the Gavel. And I'm very excited and very honored to be the voice for the remainder of an I Want a New Hip show for Jack Pollock. Right now, though, Sean Collier doing some more raffles with Jock Samson as we're cleaning up the Bud Light.
Where is 853-7795?
Still, of course, going to come later tonight. We have that big triple threat main event. I will be on call with Ty Cross tonight for all of the action, which is still to come. And there it is, John McChesney, MV Young, and Edric Everhart. One man in this match claims to be the king of Pittsburgh, and damn it he is, but the other two can also make a very strong case for being that king of Pittsburgh. Edric, McChesney, and MV. One big battle for the first time ever. But I want to welcome back to the commentary position after an impressive match in that Rumble there. We got Ty Cross back here. You okay? You seem a little winded.
I'm in bad shape. I used everything I had, though. I lasted longer than my last Battle Royal Rumble situation. So I wasn't an in and out. I hung around for a while, about 10 numbers, and I'm proud of myself. I'm upset there's no chairs here.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the warehouse. We unfortunately have to stand as we do commentary. You're going to get your steps in a little bit, too.
Understood. If I go down and my headset's still on, I'm still good to go.
Okay, sounds good. You can call it from the ground if need be.
This does include ring-worn gear sought after by collectors.
I'm a little surprised you were picking a fight with Nick's Wild of all people.
Yeah.
We have a winner.
I got some issues with Nick. Nick took me out of 880 Wrestling. took over my part of the group I was in, Black Hand Society, turned it into the Dead Hand Society. Got a lot of history to mix. Felt like I needed to right some old wrongs that I didn't get a chance to right in the past. And I felt like, you know, I didn't win. Knicks didn't win, so I did my part. Anything I could have done to wear Knicks down to not win, I'm happy.
Of course, unfortunately, Nick Wild, of course, had to try and take advantage of a great moment at the end after seeing the return of Jackson Argos. We're going to pass things back over to Sean Collier, who's going to get us ready for our main event.
The following contest is your main event. It is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall.
Main event time here, triple threat match. Pittsburgh's favorite jagoff, Austin Carnes, joined here with Ty Cross for what appears to be a Pittsburgh dream match. This right here, Ty, is Edric Everhart. You have probably seen him in Rise Wrestling. You have probably seen him in 880 Wrestling, IWC Wrestling. Edric has made his towns. He has made his rounds. But tonight, he is looking for one big win for Jack Pollock.
Edric Everhart, my former tag team partner, my best friend in not just this business, but in the world. Edric Everhart, in my personal opinion, the fucking guy of Pittsburgh professional wrestling.
I'll say you know him better than anybody, Ty, so Edric is definitely ready and motivated for this contest. Oh, we know that music. This right here is John McChesney, known to be big league. Obviously, his work has been done great and documented up in Erie, 2PW, Pit Fight, IWC, IWF, you name the promotion. Big league John McChesney has probably competed there and has probably conquered it. What do you make of John McChesney, Ty?
John McChesney, one of the most decorated competitors in all of Pittsburgh and in all of tonight's event. Multiple time Super Indy champion, has won so much gold in IWC and all over the state of Pennsylvania, and really all over the world. A world-renowned competitor, John McChesney.
But the final opponent in this match just so happens to be a king. Just so happens to be someone who has conquered so many individuals and just so happens to have the home field advantage here in this main event. King has arrived home, MV Young. Obviously, you've seen him in 880 Wrestling. You have seen him in Enjoy Wrestling. But tonight at 829 Industry Street, it is a home field game. Bucco's baseball is in full effect as MV Young steps up to the plate for this triple threat match. Look at how poised MV is.
Introducing first, from Colliers, West Virginia, weighing in this afternoon at 240 pounds, the new ugly, Edric Everhart. His opponents, from Erie, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 225 pounds. Celebrating his 25th year in professional wrestling and demanding you honor his 25th year in professional wrestling. Big League, John McChesney. of the shop by way of 880 Donnie Block. He is Pittsburgh-made, Pittsburgh-paid, and internationally laid, the King of Pittsburgh, MV Young!
Shut your mouth! This building sucks! You all suck! You know what? I'm gonna throw it up in your ass and show you who the real Pittsburgh man is. I hope all the money raised, I hope Jack Pollock's hip breaks apart in a week and y'all can kiss my ass.
Well, I'll be damned. John McChesney not making any friends at all here. Well, here we go. Matchup is started. Triple threat contest. Edric Everhart, Big League John McChesney, and MV Young. Ty Cross, you probably heard this a lot from David Lawless tonight, but I'm going to say it again too. These are three men that I would never expect to share the same ring here tonight.
This is a beautiful event, and this is one of the beautiful outcomes of this event is dream matches. We've seen them all night. Heck, we saw my return to the ring. That's a dream match for anybody here tonight. But look at the competitors that we have in the ring right now. Like you said, you wouldn't expect to see it, but here we are.
Here we are, and John McChesney has the early advantage here. Talked some smack before the bell even rung, but right now both MV and Everhart may have a bit of a situation on their hands here. Oh gosh, clothesline there. And again, you can see temporary alliances in triple threat matches. McChesney already made two enemies early on, so we can maybe see a little friendly battle right here with Everhart and MV. Oh, what a chop. Ty, have you been on the receiving end of a MV chop before?
Not to my knowledge, I don't believe so. I feel like I would remember if I had been.
I will tell you, as someone who has been on the receiving end of an MV chop, it is awful. You do not want to do it. But this man right here has been on the receiving end many times. Edric Everhart. These two had a recent battle at 880 Wrestling, tore the house down.
These two are warriors, and they go to war against each other every time they're in the ring. It's so fun to see.
Obviously, this is all for Jack Pollock. Don't forget to scan that QR code. All donations are greatly appreciated. This is for a great cause. I want a new hip. I mean, we saw Bud Light get cracked open today. We saw bodies flying everywhere. But right now, we're seeing MV Young and Edric Everhart have one more paddle. But look at McChesney. Again, triple threat match. You can never take your eye off the third person involved as McChesney sends MV into the post.
And it's not lost on me. I don't want it to be lost on this crowd that we're watching right now. One of the best in the history of IWC, one of the best in the history of Rise Wrestling, and one of the best in the history of 880, all together in the squared circle. It's like you said, it's just magic right now.
Of course, we mentioned McChesney's success in the Super Indy tournament and IWC history. Obviously, Edric Everhart is the current Rise Ascension champion right now as well. So
also the only Triple Crown winner in the history of Rise Wrestling.
So many accolades. We could just go on and on all night long listing them off. But a bit of a stalemate right now between the two. Ty Cross, I want to talk strategy here. As someone who has obviously been in the ring before, well, has been in the ring not so long ago, as of today, what advice would you give to these three in the ring right now? What is your strategy in this kind of match?
I've always been a fan of picking my spot. You know, you don't have to go in there and try to get everything that you can to impress these fans if getting the win is what you want to do most. Worry about getting the win, worry about picking your spot, because in this situation, it's a first fall to finish. You need to try to pick the right time to interject yourself. So if you can't, like right now, MV taking his time and interjecting himself. That's what you need to do in this kind of contest, and then divide and conquer.
And Everhart and McChesney was talking some things through, but there is that straight down the middle chop from MV Young. As Tony Tondera once calls it, the Paul Skeens fastball.
Look at the power here.
And the strength of MV Young showing, hoisting Edric Everhart high up in the air, and down he goes into that suplex. MV Young, of course, multi-time Enjoy champion as well in his own right. Right now, he is the current Hybrid Championship Wrestling and current Best Wrestling champion. So MV also has some titles on his resume right now, but a big chop there from McChesney, but that did not even phase MV.
Sorry, I'm still
Still a little winded from that match.
It was a mistake for sure.
Well, at least you're not in there with this slugfest right now. McChesney and MV going chop for chop, tit for tat.
I would have submitted by now, Austin. I would have given up.
Back and forth we go. McChesney and MV caving in each other's chest, but McChesney goes right for the throat. Wise strategy there from MV Young, catching McChesney off guard. But again, you can't take your eye off that third person. Everhart's here, but McChesney appears to be bleeding. Yeah, McChesney taking that momentary distraction, taking full advantage of it, has MV Young all alone in the ring, and this is where you would want to go for a pinfall. This is where you would want to wear down your opponent. The third person is taken out. They are not a part of the equation. Go for the pinfall, wear them down as best you can, and there is no better person at doing that than John McChesney.
And being such a veteran in the square circle as he is, they're all veterans here. Everhart's got 16 years in the business. MV Young close to that as well, but 25 years of knowledge.
McChesney applying the tight grip right now on MV Young. And this is one way to wear down the King of Pittsburgh. Obviously, the strength factor is big when it comes to the King of Pittsburgh. The mobility as well is deeply underrated. And McChesney knows that. He has done his homework. He has seen MV before in action. But right now, he just gets dropped by Young. Ty, I'm going to put you on the spot here. If you had to take a gamble and guess who would you say has the best odds of walking out with a victory tonight, who would you say has that best chance?
Well, to break it down, I would have to start with this. McChesney's got the experience, but 25 years versus 16 years, the experience isn't quite the factor because Edric and MV are both so experienced. Wow, look at that powerful lariat. I will say, I think Everhart has the motivation here the most to prove. He thinks that he is, and I agree, the fucking guy in Pittsburgh.
Oh, good God.
Wow, what a whoa!
Yeah, McChesney came out of nowhere. We saw MV and Everhart going at it, but McChesney just levels Everhart.
MV calls himself the King of Pittsburgh. Edric feels that he could lay a claim to that title as well. McChesney probably believes he is the King of Pittsburgh because of all that he's accomplished here. But I think Everhart has the motivation. I'm going to put my money, even though he's my best friend, I am going to put my money in that boat and vote for Everhart to win this because of the motivation.
So no bias there, just the
no
motivation.
No bias. I think he's got it. I do.
Okay, I love it. I've had the biased commentator accusation thrown my way a few times, so I just want to make sure it doesn't happen to you as well.
I mean, I am biased, but it's an honest-to-goodness opinion that I think the motivation that he has, look at him fighting still, even on the ground. He wants this more than I think the other two.
Definitely does, but McChesney definitely has the most attitude here in this match. He wants to walk away with a victory here. He could give a damn about anybody else. I mean, you heard what he just said about Jack Pollock. Did he say he wants him to break within a week already?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. An old bastard, that John McChesney. Old bastard John McChesney.
He has conquered IWC Wrestling. Right now he's conquering Erie Wrestling as well, up there with Big League Pro as well. John McChesney, I mean, he's been doing some great work on the independent scene for longer than even I've been alive for.
Yeah.
So this is just an incredible moment to see here at the warehouse.
And you would never think that you would see these two in a match against each other anytime soon. But look at this. And we have to see them go toe-to-toe and how evenly matched they are.
All coming together for one good cause, and they're hanging in there with each other right now. Everhart and McChesney going blow for blow here. But wait a minute, MV Young, big shotgun dropkick from the second rope. And just like that, the tide has changed. MV Young reasserting himself here in this match. Lining up his target now, big elbow there. Oh, now running forearm. Look at Everhart, gets the boot up in time. Super kick from McChesney. The king is rocked.
Oh, big blue thunder. Oh, man.
That might do it. Cover on McChesney, but MV Young with that basement claymore kick to break things up.
One of the best blue thunder bombs in the business, and that was one of the best he's ever executed. Edric Everhart, unbelievable.
And right now, all three men are down. Referee George Ross on the count. Count of 4 now. Again, don't forget to scan that QR code in the bottom left corner of your screen to help out Jack Pollock. That is what we are all here for tonight. Representation from every single promotion has made their way through the curtain of the warehouse at 829 Industry Street. But in our main event, it is John McChesney, MV Young, and Edric Everhart tearing the house down. This is just back and forth now, going slug for slug. Big shot there from McChesney. My goodness.
Just incredible.
Things are breaking out fast.
3 brawlers in this ring right now. Beating the hell from each other.
Well, McChesney has the upper
dirty.
hand.
Eye poke and a step to the toes.
Wait a minute, looking for a super kick. MV ducking under this time. Here's McChesney. Good God.
How?
Cover 2, no.
An unbelievable Northern Lights. But the big body of MV Young was too tough for McChesney to keep pinned to the ground with that Northern Lights pin. Big gotcha cutter. He got him.
Got all of it perfectly connecting on McChesney. Cover from Everhart, but MV breaking things up, maintains the grip into that German suplex.
Big high angle German there.
Yeah, but MV is not done. He is looking to put away Everhart for good into that possible Pittsburgh plunge. Drops Everhart, cover. That's it. What a win for the King.
Here is your winner, the King of Pittsburgh, MV Young.
What a hell of a victory in our main event for Jack Pollock as we take another look at the replay here by Sidekick Media Services. 1 Pittsburgh plunge for Everhart, then the 3 counts, and your King still remains on top at his throne as the King of Pittsburgh. It was great to see John McChesney and Edric Everhart in a ring here at the warehouse once again.
Fans, that was your main event. One more time for Edric Everhart and Big League John McChesney. Once again, your winner, MV Young. But we are not quite done with the evening yet. Please, at this time, welcome Marcus Mann.
Well, as Ty Cross leaves the commentator's position, I'm all alone here as we are waiting on the arrival of one of Jack Pollock's closest friends, Marcus Mann. Marcus Mann and Jack Pollock have obviously been together for quite some time. Have known each other for a very, very long time. And it wouldn't be a show for Jack Pollock without Marcus Mann in the building. It's great to have him here back at the warehouse. There's Edric Everhart as well. Part of Black Hand Society in the past as well. Marcus Mann knows that group very well.
I want to thank every single person that came out tonight. It means so much to every one of us that you all did this for my best friend. The best thing to happen to pro wrestling since pro wrestling happened, Jack effing Pollock! I have known Jack over half my life. He has been my best friend. He has been a support to everyone in Pittsburgh. And to see all of these people come out and support him, to see the raffle that we had from everywhere, AEW, WWE, Ring of Honor, they all sent stuff because Pittsburgh takes care of their own. It's no secret Jack Pollock retired. It's no secret that we have had a long history. And so I'd like to bring him out to say thank you to all of you. Have one last beer, but he's humble. You guys all know that. He doesn't want to make the show about him, even though the show is about him. So we're going to have to work together to get Jack Pollock out here tonight. So what I need you guys to do is give me one last Jack chant to get him out. Jack! 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 Jack!
The Jack chants ringing out in the warehouse. Marcus Mann welcoming the man that brought us all together here today, Jack Pollock. Pittsburgh wrestling icon, part of Team Storm, part of 880 Wrestling, IWC Wrestling. Had his final match against Envy Young at Enjoy Wrestling. Jack Pollock with a Bud Light in hand, well, had a Bud Light in hand, is out here tonight with all the amazing fans. What a moment.
Well, shit, I didn't really think what I was going to say out here tonight. Thank you, everybody, here today on a Sunday when you could be anywhere else. I've said this a million times and I'll keep saying it forever. Thank you, everybody backstage who volunteered their time and their body to try to help me out right now. I've been out of work now for 4+ weeks. Yeah, this isn't what I really expected. This is cool though. Humbled and honored that anybody would volunteer their time and their body to come work this show for me. I busted my ass in wrestling because I love professional wrestling. I worked hurt when I probably shouldn't have worked hurt, but I cared about every single fan that showed up and cared about showing up for Pittsburgh professional wrestling. I am on the men's now. I got a new hip. Thank you everybody who donated before the show. Thank you everybody who showed up today and donated to help me out during the show. Thank you everybody who's watching on the live stream. Mom, I think you might be watching too. I loved getting a chance to come out here and do what I never thought I could. I dreamed about being a professional wrestler from the time of high school and on, and nobody believed that I could do it besides this schmuck right here. Markman, thank you for believing in me. Honey darling. Thank you for helping me up the steps when I couldn't walk up the steps. Thank you for sitting with me in the emergency room way too many times. I love you so much. I can't wait to marry you. But here we are, end of the night. If there's one way that Jack Pollock ends the night in a wrestling ring, it is with a beer bash. I got a Bud Light in my pocket. We got some Bud Lights backstage. I hear we might have broken a Guinness Book of World Record for the most Bud Lights drank backstage today. Get out of here, cowpoke. Markman, one last time. You, me, Butler High, Tuffy Tornado. Let's go. One Bud Light. Thank you, everybody. I can't believe everyone showed up tonight. This is incredible. I'm so humbled and honored that you would actually show up for me.
Wait a minute. Oh, no. No. What was supposed to be a send-off for Jack Pollock and Marcus Mann has just turned into an arrival of one Nick's Wild, some guy named John, Cristiano Argento, and Gianni Michael.
Cut that music.
The hell?
I said cut my music! Shut up! Shut up! Jack Pollock, you might have every single one of these morons in this building fooled, but you don't have the five of us fooled. I know you're just some goddamn charity case out here begging for money for your broken ass hip.
Oh,
as far as I am concerned, I don't give a good goddamn what you've done for this city. I came out here and gave my ass in that battle royal, and I got fucked over. I don't care. Shut up, Mark Van. Get the fuck out of my face. You see, the five of us are the most disrespected people in this building tonight. And I'm fucking sick of it. So I'm gonna beat both of your asses. Because what are you going to do, Jack? Huh? After I'm done with you, you're not going to be able to walk.
Wait. Well, Nick's Wild and Gianni Argento was squaring off with Pollock would appear, but what is this? Oh, yeah. Well, reinforcements have arrived in the form of Peyton Graham, Edric Everhart, Ty Cross, Jackson Argus, and Matt Connard. Here to run off these bums. I was wondering where Ty Cross went. He left the commentary position about 10 minutes ago, but it appears that he is here doing a good cause with the rest of these gentlemen. Wait. Hold on 1 second. I hear something else in my headset right now. There's no way. Holy shit! It's Wardlow! Wardlow is at the warehouse! A three-time TNT champion in AEW, a three-time IWC World Heavyweight Champion is here at the warehouse, and all hell is breaking loose. You never know who is going to walk through the curtains for Jack Pollock, and Peyton Graham with a Samoan drop, dropping some guy named John. Oh, and Ty Cross has Mitch. Mitch gets dropped on his head. And now Gianni Michael Enrico, stunned as ever. Big boot by Matt Connard. The Reaper lays out the strong man. And Argento, the Italian excellence, NWA's very own, is staggering. Caught by Everhart into the cutter. And now Nick Wild is gonna get a big receipt from one Jackson Argus. Beer can across the head, dropped by Argus. Well deserved. What a moment we have here at the warehouse. And Wardlow.
Hey everyone! It's Wardlow!
There was no way I was missing out on this, and there is no way I was letting these jabroni douchebags come out here and mess with my good friend, Jack Pollock. I know we have put each other through hell over the years. Pipe down, get them out of here. I know we've beat the shit out of each other for years. But it's honestly hit me hard recently how generous this man was to me. And I'm learning that the wrestling biz is pretty difficult to navigate, and there's a lot of ups and downs. But Jack was very, very, very generous to me when he did not have to be. And I probably took it for granted at the time, but looking back, I just want to say thank you.
Well, before we go, we got some beer coming out. I think we got some giveaways to do. Jack Paul, do you want to give away the last couple prizes that we have to give away, including a signed, or we want to do why don't we do that right now? Yeah, why don't we do it? Wardlow's here. Why don't we bring that in? Jack Pollock is going to pick the winner of our signed TNT Championship. Oh, am I strong enough to grab this? I think you should grab that. That thing is heavy. I don't have the arm strength to deal with that. Jack Pollock, do you want to do the honors? Hold on. All right, here we go. What do we got? Here's the ticket. I know everyone's waiting for it. 8, 5, 3, 7, 5, 5, 3.
I wasn't the cameraman
Come
for
on
once.
in. Congratulations! A signed TNT Championship from Wardlow. Thank you. Do we want to do any more? Any more we want to do? Here, we want to do the print? Yeah, let's do this Lee Moriarty artwork as well. Oh, we got a lot of people on this one. This is a limited edition Lee Moriarty print. Jack's gonna pick the winner. Oh, Andrew Palace has like 1,000 tickets for this. 8, 5, 3, 7, 7, 7, 4. Oh! Who's that? Who's got it? 8, 5, 3, 7, 7, 7, 4. Oh! who you got to fight, Palace. Congratulations. Anything else? We'll start drinking. We're going to have a good time. We're going to give away a few more. Sean Collar's going to handle that. Can we hit a little bit of drinking music? Have a good time. Thank you to every single human being that gave their time, effort. One last Bud Light for the best thing to happen to pro wrestling since pro wrestling happened. The next trending topic, Jack Pollock!
Bud Lights in hand, one
Keep
more
it going
time
for Jack Pollock.
Pollock. Thank you to David Lawless. Thank you to Ty Cross for being on commentary with me this evening. I, of course, am Pittsburgh's favorite Jagoff, Austin Carnes, for one last celebration for Jack Pollock.
All right, while some beers are spilled in the ring, a few more raffle tickets. Hang on to those numbers. We've got a Wardlow t-shirt and a Jack Pollock t-shirt and more. That is going to 853-7486. 853-7486.